Look at THAR. That was a really good run. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, that's a very good run into the open here for this one. Very, very good. What's AREC doing? Yeah, that thing just can't seem to break above that resistance yet. 570. That thing is flying. And then you're looking for 6 and 620. There goes 620 for THAR. There goes 670, guys. Oh my days. There goes $7. Damn. My goodness, look at that. That was nice. And here goes $7 again. It's a very good push. That's why we had so many lines on the chart. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Let's go. Let's go. Back. Thug Monkey, good morning. Scuba, good morning. CL. Again, I hate that I can't really see your names because of the, the ad sign. Kind of annoying. Mike, good morning. Robs, detention. ICE. This is the ICE detention center, guys. We have to stream from yeah, because ICE says no. Anyways, Desmond, good morning. Thrive, good morning. Ahmad, good morning. It was good. It was a good trip. I'm sure we're gonna talk about it as the day goes on. Sean, good morning. JD, good morning. Tamina, good job on the scout, by the way. Good morning. Chris, good morning. Ebo, good morning. Sean, Shawnee, good morning. Fly, I'll call you. See again, the names are kind of annoying. Dan, good morning. Ran, good morning. See, yeah, kind of hard to pick out your names in the you know. I'm just gonna scroll back to the bottom. Bala, good morning. Good morning, War. 60, good morning. Mayhem, good morning. X, good morning. Caroline, good morning. Carolina, good morning. Ravens, and able to get back in your country. Yes. Chester, good morning. Alliance, good morning. Tony, good morning. Diego, good morning. Good morning, Carlos. Good morning, Jay. Trey, good morning. Good morning. Frank, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Aaron, good morning. Yep, exactly. Now the play here was the initial pop and the dip. That's how it should be, right? So these guys had news. The stock popped and then dipped, and then that's when you look for that entry on the dip ski or the breakout, right? So unless you're really confident that the news is going to be good, which in some cases you can be, you want to try and avoid some of the first pops, um, until again we get the dip or we get the breakout. Then you can feel a bit more comfortable. This was a really good push, though. Really, really good push. So I'm gonna move that line all the way to 750 there for another breakout if we can. Cool. We only have 9 minutes before the market opens, guys. So if you've missed most of these names, there's really no need to be rushing now. Just wait for the market to open. Alrighty. We have a whole bunch of names to look at, right? Like FEMY has a really good base there, around 76, right? And then the 200 EMA. So let's see if we stay above that. AREC had really good news with the, with the government there. So this might become somewhat of a longer swing play, right? Let's see if we can dip it to the 200 though when the market opens and then curl back up. Alrighty, we'll keep an eye on this one. I'm sure the float is holding this one back a bit because it's 85 million, right? You can clearly see that resistance there though. So 575, 80. Let's go, Dan. Can you tell my voice is kind of like, yeah, kind of rubbish? Yeah, I think it's like every it's like all this the smoke. Everybody smokes in Vegas, which is interesting. Yeah. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Hopefully, you had a wonderful weekend. Rob, give me a high five. Let's go. Cooking. Everybody was like, "Yeah, next year, we next year we do Miami trip or something instead of a crazy, you know." Exactly, JD. Exactly. Let's go. Delicate lungs were assaulted. I know, Dan. I know. Yeah, I know. The smoke all over the place. Everybody liked smoke more than they liked air, which is fine. I just wasn't used to that. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we have quite a few names going into the open that look good. So it's one of those cases where we just have to wait and see which of these actually breaks out, and then we'll go from there. To the moon, it's gonna lock in. Yeah, it does look really good. I like it. We do need to break out at some point. We need to break above 67, 68. If it does, then I think that's when you get that volume coming in. Pop cough. Alrighty. So for now, for MSPR, your support is going to be that 200 EMA, and then as close to 50 cents as you can get if we want to dip. Alrighty. So I'm going to drop a line right there. So we can kind of stay above that demand zone, that 50 cents. That'd be okay. Right. And then for MSPR, we really need to break above that resistance right there. Cool. So it's been going sideways in that range. So it needs to break above for people to get excited. Raven. Ah, PHIO looks okay to you. We're just on that downtrend to the 200 EMA. So let's see if we can stay about 320. Cool. Markets open in 6 minutes, guys. Question for you guys: what's your favorite name going into the open? Let me know. What's your favorite stock going into the open? TGE looks okay too, right? Like there's so many names that look good and could potentially pop at the open. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Obviously, the main stock, right? The one that's performing the best going into the open is THAR, right? That thing is cooking. You do have somewhat of a double top though at 750. So that thing's gonna need to break above that level. Well done. That was a good scalp. That was a very good scalp on yeah. The very, very good scalp. Shane, you too, 680 to 7. Bit of a, hmm, one of those crazy scalps, but good. Yeah, this thing moved quick. Quick, 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 quick. If you're not sure why this stock moved, not that so they announced a private placement of 540 million. Right. So these stocks have done well recently. The private placements. Yeah. So we'll see if that continues at the open though. Uh okay. Okay. So favorite stock, MSPR, AREC, Amazon, FEMY, CHAR, MSPR, MSPR, FEMY, MSAI. Yeah. Is that Grim? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Grim. Oh my goodness. If I could send the villagers after you. If I could send the villagers. Oh my good. Where have you been, Grim? Where have you been? South Africa again? Oh my goodness. Everybody was like, where's Grim? Where did he go? How's your brother doing? Where have you been, Grim? He's been making babies. Of course. Unbelievable. Grim, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're okay. Cause yeah, we were kind of concerned, you know. So it's good to see you. Wow, wow, wow. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. For you, going in, about to be hectic, or the babies? No, Grim's gonna trade. Grim is gonna trade. Oh, that's why, Grim. So sorry for your loss. Grim says my brother passed away a couple of months back. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Okay, sounds good, Grim. Dang. Okay, now I understand why. Yeah. Sorry for your loss. Sheesh. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense now. I figured something happened. That's why you were gone. Yeah. Yeah, because you said your brother had a stroke, and then we didn't hear from you. So yeah, I know I knew it wasn't just baby making. It was yeah, dang, very sad. Good job, Gary. Yeah, that's hard. Yep. Are you working there, Nguyen? Vietnam? Okay. Let's see what else. So it's all just the same stocks we're looking at. Um, THAR still looks like the better name. The only concern is this thing ran so hard into the open. Man, that was a pretty good push. Obviously, from 295 to 750, right? So that's a really good push. Just not sure if we're gonna get a bit of a dip at the open. Again, it's Monday morning, guys. I'll take a look at CERN. Alrighty, so it's Monday morning. Right, there's really no need to be rushing into any of these names at the open because, like, honestly, any of these names can move. Right, any of them could push. So you want to be a bit more cautious. Yeah, this one looks good too. Now let me pull up Spy really quickly because I know Spy had a nice pop because of the Amazon and NVDA and all of that news, right? So it's interesting how these guys are just cycling monies back and forth, with OpenAI. Oh, this person, and then this, and then we go back the other way, and then doesn't that seem a bit interesting? Seems a bit interesting. Seems a bit interesting. Yep. Yeah, Jack. Yeah. Yeah. Make some twins. Yep. Make some twins. Some MSPR with a bit of a pop of the 200 EMA there, guys, which is good, right? So watch that 200 EMA. Yeah, that's a nice little pop, right, off the demand zone there. The only question still though is that's a pop into the supply zone and we're still below that left hand side double top, right? So again, patience if you have to, but that's a nice little base, isn't it? Right? Demand zone 200 EMA, not horrible. We just need to stay above it though, right? PHIO is also trying to curl a little bit. TGE is trying to as well, right? So the whole bunch of names that are kind of sitting at interesting levels there. Um, that we'll see what they do. And again, this was my concern for THAR is that it looks good going into the open, but it's also coming off resistance, right? So people might want to sell that thing at the open. Cool. Um, there goes MSPR. MSPR says, "Don't worry about me, guys. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna cook. Don't worry about me." So now we're breaking above that left hand side resistance. Oof, damn, MSPR. That was a nice little base coming into the open, wasn't it? It was a nice base coming into the open, actually. No breaks. That's a nice boom ski. So let's see if this candle can close above that 66 or retest 66. Because at some point we're either gonna retest that level or break below. So look at that, right? So again, when the market opens, guys, there's really no rush at all. There's no rush whatsoever. Alrighty. These candles need to close above 66 and consolidate, and then we know that it's ready for the next push. Maybe it's closer to 80 cents there. Cool. So patience, patience, patience. Interestingly enough, like every morning when we have a name that we like the most, that name usually gets a bit of a dip, right? Usually, usually. Let me pull up MSAI. This one's been a multi-day swing, hasn't it? Looks good at the open. Looks good at the open. Okay. Yeah, when you get massive green candles like that, it becomes a bit more complicated than you'd like. More complicated than you would like. MSPR does look good though. Does look good. I think the fact that we dipped and then consolidated into the open at the demand and the 200 EMA and a double bottom, right? That was a good little spot there. Closer to 55 cents. So let's see if we can reclaim 70 cents and also stay above that level. Two. Here we go. 957, 71 cents. Looking good. Again, the only concern is we've been open for less than 5 minutes, guys. Right? So hopefully we can just keep slowly pushing up here and then get some higher lows. Type yes in the chat if you're holding MSPR. Type yes if you're holding that one. $72. Yeah. Yep. 72 pennies. 73 pennies. Yeah, that's a nice pop off the bottom there. Good job, guys. 74. This thing said, "Hey guys, I'm the one. Did you doubt me?" Good job, Stock Rider. That was a good scalp. So again, we closed above that 66, right? We're looking for closer to 80 cents. That's your next resistance. Alrighty. So the 80 cents. So again, 69 to 80 cents. Nice break of resistance and then push to the next level. Yeah, NVIF is halted up. It's not it's halted in general. Yeah. Because they just had that reverse merger news. So that thing is going to be halted. Not sure for how long. Alrighty, so again, 80 cents is your next resistance, guys. Just be mindful there. Cool. I'd like to see a higher low on this thing. Just a higher low. I'd like to see that. Yep, exactly. Exactly, JD. It does look really good though, right? So we look at some of the other names, like these other names all look a bit suspicious. THAR again, not really surprised. I think we all expected this, right? Massive push into the open. People are going to take gains at the open. But then if we can consolidate and get a double bottom or higher low or something like that, this one could return and take that volume away because it did really well in the morning, right? So FEMY just hasn't done anything. AREC watched that 200 EMA. Alrighty. TGE is just kind of chilling at the bottom there. So as long as it stays above $1.14-ish, you should be okay. Alrighty. PHIO look good, but it's really not doing anything. It's still below the view out there in the downtrend, so nothing there yet. Watch for support closer to 320. Cool. So the one that's cooking right now is MSPR. And we're cooking, but we're also playing with resistance there. So just be mindful. Vena, good jobs. Good job this morning. Well done. 80 cents. There goes 81. I like it. I like it. I like it. I just want to see if that candle can close above that 80 cents. The high from pre-market, obviously, if you look to the left-hand side, 88-ish. We'll call it 88, right? So if that thing can close above 80 cents, then you're looking for that 88. Alrighty. So if that candle can close above, it does look good though. Looks very nice. Very, very nice. There goes 82. So again, these are going to be your next two levels there. Yeah, so that candle hasn't fully closed above that 80 cents yet. Again, just be mindful that you're sitting at resistance. So if you have to take some of the gains, so just move your stop loss up. Um, do that. You can kind of see people are taking some profits. FEMY, yeah, I just watched that 200 EMA for FEMY. It really hasn't done anything yet at the open, right? So um, just try and stay above, 72 to 70 cents then. Cool. Regan. THAR hasn't really given us anything yet, right? No signs of consolidation. You can kind of see how those candles are trending down, stepping down. So the 50 EMA is sitting right there, though, around $5. So if it can stay above 5, that'd be okay. Alrighty. So I don't think we can completely throw this one in the garbage yet, right? So watch that 50, watch $5 there for a bit of consolidation. You're stuck in FEMY, Mike. What's the entry on FEMY? So again, FEMY has some support right where it's sitting at, right? That 200 EMA. So if FEMY can stay above that level, you might just be okay. Cool. But now MSPR is the one with the vibes. The one with the vibes. Yeah, Mike. What's the entry price on FEMY? Hopefully, it's not something ridiculous. You made some profits on MSPR, Mohammed. Good job. 87 earlier. Okay. Here we go again, guys. 80 cents. Here we go again. If it can push and close above. Yeah, FEMY just had a nice bounce off that bottom, right? Look at that. So 200 EMA, nice pop. So you said you got in at 87. Yeah, you definitely FOMO'd at some point here. Yeah. So again, hopefully that thing stays above the 200 EMA, and then you can go back. Yeah. Alrighty. PHIO still holding that 200 EMA. And then THAR, yeah. Well, again, 480 is your next retest there. That was the breakout from earlier, right? So it kind of looks like we're retesting that level. So a bit of consolidation here would be good, right? So this area right there, if that thing can find a way to consolidate there, maybe. Alrighty. So, but again, that consolidation is key, right? That consolidation is key there, and it's breaking below, right? So below 5 exactly. So again, if it's gonna keep stepping down like that, there's really nothing you can do about it. Alrighty. And again, when you see a stock like you can see the trend, right? It's like it's so beautiful on the way down. Not that it's a good thing if you're in it, but again, you can see the stepping down, right? So there's nothing positive about this, right? So you really shouldn't be getting into anything. Maybe the closer we get to that 200 EMA, there would be good, right? So we shall see. Cool. So again, higher lows, consolidation, something. We need something. Alrighty. So I think this thing is going to bounce at some point. The question is where. Where? MSPR, you can still see that 80 cent resistance. So we're not quite closing above it yet. So we do need to close above it at some point. PHIO, that 200 EMA, that support at closer to 330 there is held really well. But now that thing also needs to get back above 375, 380 and consolidate above it as Scooper. Alrighty, because you have a little bit of resistance there. Damn, they're slapping that thing. Like they are slapping it hard. This is why though, like if a stock isn't consolidating, guys, don't try and risk it, right? Market open, no signs of a base below the 9 EMA, below everything, yeah, don't try and push it, because you might just get NSATs. Alrighty, is it halted down? Yeah, I think it might just be yeah, it looks like it's halted down. Yep. So, but when you look at this from a technical point of view, there's no need for you to be in this. Zero whatsoever. Right? There's no reason at all. If you've learned anything from the classes or the streams, there is no reason to be in this. So, MSPR still looking like it wants to push, isn't it? You can do it. You will get NSATs, JD, is what I should have said. Right? You will get NSATs. All right, there's a story. I'll tell you guys the story later. Some crazy stories. Gary says I made $80 easily in pre-market, as I knew it would as soon as the market opened. Good. Yeah. Like when something is pumping like that into the open, chances are like people tend to take profits at the open. Yeah, people tend to sell at the open. So that's why I'm always a bit skeptical when we're looking at something and it's flying into the open like that. Always a bit skeptical because you know that sell off is coming right away at the open or a little bit after that, right? So Jay, good job, right? I think you did good. So I hope we break above 80 cents. But when you see it stalling like that, that's a T-Rex. Alrighty. So again, it's holding the 9 EMA. So as long as you keep closing above the 9 EMA on MSPR, so the blue line, right, you should be okay. But at the same time, you know that there's resistance at 80 cents. So if you're taking those profits at 80 cents, nothing wrong with that, right? So you either move your stop loss up just in case something crazy happens, or you start thinking of scaling out, right? So, and then we shall go from there. Yeah, don't forget to yeah, exactly. Don't forget to smash the like, guys, if you haven't already, please and thank you. I would appreciate that. Hit the like, hit that subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. And if you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click that link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbot. Okay. AREC is really slow. I think that 85 million share float is a bit of a problem. So, a bit of a problem. And obviously, this one's still halted. So, let's see what happens after the on halt, guys. It'll be interesting to see if like they erase the entire gains on this. Right? Yep. That's a lot of float. Yep. I mean, we've played with stocks that have 300 million shares, like Beyond Meat, and they've done really well. But at that point, you need to have a really good catalyst, which again, like a reg does. But the volume needs to be coming in. Volume, volume, volume. La, 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 that you made $600 to the JD. Let's go. Let's go. Well done. Well done. Yeah. See, love it. That 80 cents is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yeah, so you can see that 80 cents, guys, right? So like I said, if you're taking your gains at 80 cents, there's nothing wrong with that. Right? Look at that. We're about to drop below 70 cents now, or just retesting it at least. There we go. We're below 69 now. So again, you can see the T-Rex there. Right? It's not like, oh my goodness, I didn't see it. What happened? I bought at resistance. Someone's probably gonna buy at that level too, aren't they? Right? So yep. There was your T-Rex. It was waiting for you right there. So uh so we're not saying that this is done because it most likely isn't done, but when you're sitting at a level like that and you're stalling, it needs some people will need to sell off so we can go back up and create FOMO. Right? So Let's see, we stay above 70 cents. I'll go back and retest our last breakout at 66. Alrighty, alrighty. PHIO is still looking good actually. That's a nice curl of the 200 EMA. Really nice curl. I like it. I like it. Did I win the race? No, I couldn't beat Josh because Josh has been going to Josh has been racing since for a long time now. But I beat Peter and Rob though, because we're not in the same league. Don't worry, there was trash talking. A lot of trash talking. Anyways, race, um, like a car race. Yeah, $4. Yeah, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Look at MSPR, guys. Look at that, right? Look at that. If you took your gains on MSPR, guys, type yes in the chat. And it's halted down. Interestingly enough, right? That is really interesting that they halted a stock at 60 cents. Usually that doesn't happen. Usually does not happen, right? So if you took your monies, type yes in the chat, and then I'm gonna give you a high five. Alrighty? So this is why we keep telling you, like when we get to resistance and you know it's resistance, right? It's not like, oh my goodness, where'd that come from? No, you knew this was resistance, right? We kept talking about it, right? So when you know it's resistance like that, you have to take gains or you have to move your stop loss up in case we drop, right? Like nobody should be getting caught off guard here, like zero, because none of this is a surprise. Did we say this was a T-Rex, guys? That's a T-Rex. That's a proper T-Rex, right? What does a T-Rex mean? A T-Rex means watch out, blood is potentially coming. That's a T-Rex right there. The T-Rex showed up, caution, T-Rex ahead, and they slapped it. So let's see though if we can open and stay above 58, stay above that demand zone. Alrighty. PHIO, not a whole lot going on there. TGE is trying to crawl, yeah, off that demand zone, so that's good. AREC is kind of chilling in that at the 200 EMA there, so that's good as well. Um, FEMY, kind of the same, right? THAR, let's see if we stay above that 200 EMA. Cool. See if we stay above, yeah, or get a higher low or something like that. Still looking, that's okay. Honestly, if you're still looking for an entry, there's nothing wrong with that. It's Monday morning, the week just started, and we've been open for 20 minutes. Right? Think about that. So there's really no rush at all into any of these names. Me coin, me coin, me coin, me coin. Welcome to the community. Alrighty, welcome. This is your Discord invite, me coin. So click that link and follow the steps in the getting started channel. Welcome. Welcomes. Yeah, this is the first time that THAR is actually trying to consolidate at any point, right? That's the first time we got a green candle. This is the first green candle we're potentially gonna get. Well, it hasn't really closed green yet, so that consolidation is gonna be very very important there. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, don't forget to smash the like, guys, if you haven't already. mm, BQ's halted up again. Is it like every day BQ's halted? The crazy part though is like how volatile that thing is. That's the crazy part. How we go from $50 to $6 in the same day. So be careful. Let's see. Uh, what do you think, Dan? What stock are you referring to? What stock is that? Yeah, BQ is a bit interesting. Okay. Let's see. MSPR is back. Yeah, let's see if that thing can actually consolidate there. Yeah, it's unhalted and it's below 60 cents. Alrighty, it's unhalted and it's below 60 cents. So let's see if that thing can consolidate and then we'll go from there. We shall go from there. Alrighty. There we go. Yep. I mean, is it done? The good thing is you're still sitting at that level that we were at before the big push. Alrighty. So as long as it stays above 50 cents, don't think we can say that it's done. Yeah, right. So there you go. They took my order at 53. Yeah, right. So as long as you stay above that 50 cents, can't really say that we're done yet. Alrighty. Gary, it's been halted. Yep. I'm not sure if it's gonna unhalt before or after the merger. Not sure what they're gonna do now. Alrighty. So THAR is trying. That thing is fighting for its life, but it won't do it. It will it. That thing said, please, can I fight? Can I go? The market makers are like, show us blood first. Fighting. Fighting. 3D6. Come on, you can do it. You can curl THAR. You can do it. You can see that there's a bit of consolidation there of the 200 EMA, but the volume just isn't coming in. Almost like the selling pressure is too much on that thing, right? Yeah, there it goes. Right, so the selling pressure is just too much on that thing. So it's one thing when you're consolidating there, then you can kind of watch it trying to push, and it just doesn't do it, right? Yep, yep. So that's kind of annoying. So yeah, I was hoping we'd stay above that 200 EMA just because we had smaller candles closing holding at that level. Yeah, that thing said no. That thing said no. We're not gonna do it. So let's see if that's a liquidity grab below the 200 EMA or if that thing is actually done, and then we'll go from there. MSPR, yeah. So if you bought MSPR closer to 50 cents there, I think that was a really good spot. That was a nasty drop that was in it on MSPR. A nasty drop. FEMY's done really well. So this is kind of what we were looking for, right? Off the 200 EMA there, like FEMY, right? Yeah, FEMY's done well off the 200 EMA. THR said, nope, I'm not going to do anything off the 200 EMA. Too much selling. Yeah, that's a really good run. Yeah, it's a very nice run. Tesla? Let me know if you have a Levy. Let me know if you're on stream and if you have a question. Yeah, I see your tag in Discord. Look at MSPR, guys. Damn, that was a nice dip. That was a very nice dip. That was a very nice dip. Yeah, congratulations if you bought the dip. By the way, BQ's halted down. Um, BQ's halted down. REC is slowly trying to hold that 200 EMA, so everything else is holding that 200 EMA, isn't it? Except for the one below. Except for the one. You know who I blame for this? Below. Yep. Is it open? Hmm. uh. mm, 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 mm. Okay. There you go. 68 cents, Michael. That's your entry. 68. Oh, that's where it's at now. Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said again, as long as it stays above 50 cents, you're completely okay with that MSPR, right? You just have to be mindful, though, of that resistance at the top, right? We talked about the T-Rex, right? So, when you're sitting at levels like these guys, you just have to be careful, please. Alrighty. You're better off waiting for that fat slap and then taking a risk, right? So when you're sitting at a supply zone like that, you don't do it. The green zone is where you think of taking that risk, right? And that level was perfect. Good job, Michael. Yeah. So this is why you have green zones on your charts, right? This is why you have red and green. It seems little bit, obvious, right? Green is good, red is not good, right? So, and if you see what's happened, we failed in the red, we came back to the green, and Raven bought the dipskis, and here we are again. Rush, 58 cents. Good job. There you go. So green is good, red is no good. If you're holding FEMY, resistance, 84.85. Yeah. Green go, red stop. Exactly. Alrighty. It seems a little bit obvious, doesn't it? But that's kind of how it works. I like what AREC is doing there off the 200 EMA actually. It's a nice curl. Again, if this one had a if this one had a smaller float, I think it would have done really well. Good job, Shane. Shane scalped it from 66 to 70. Good job. 66 to 70 cents. Love it. Yeah, there's a bit of a downtrend sitting right at 71. 71.50-ish for MSPR. A little bit of resistance. 71.50-ish, 71 cents. So let's see if we can break above that and then push back for 80 cents. Yeah. Is this the one you like, Popcoff? Okay. Can you take a look at Ray? Tell me if it's worth looking at. Ray? Sure. Ray. It's one of the like yeah, as long as it stays above 20 cents, right? This is one of those plays. This is similar to the one we just did, THAR, where you're definitely taking a gamble. THAR was definitely a gamble, right? And we knew it too. Right? Definitely a gamble play, just because the curl really hasn't happened yet, but you're trying to risk it off the 200 EMA, right? So 1,000,000% a gamble. That's what you're trying to do with Ray as well. Alrighty. So as long as it stays above 20 cents though, that's fine. Because if it doesn't, you're looking for 1850. That's your double bottom, right? So Yeah, again, it's not fully like you can still see that it's still trying to decide what it wants to do. So it's 1,000,000% a gamble. Alrighty. Jack MSPR in at 50.56, out at 70 cents. Have a good rest of the day. Let's go, Jack. Well done. That's a very good scalp, right? 56 to 70 cents, right? Green, go. Red, no go. Well done. And I'm glad that Jack is like, you know what? No greed. Just give me my money. So I'm done for the day. Well done. Like I said earlier, you have a bit of a downtrend forming there, right? So you can see the downtrend on MSPR. It's right there. You can see the candles hitting it and failing, right? So that level is going to be a bit of a problem as well. So it's not all the way to 80 cents. We can if we break above that 71, like we said, then yeah, sure, 80 cents. But for now, you have resistance a little bit lower. So, Efren, what's your position in that? Let me know. Palantir does. Hmm. See, that's something that I did not know. I like it. Raven, 53 cents to 69. I like it a lot. Yeah, take half of those gains. Bull has been a bit of an interesting stock, hasn't it? Is it at the bottom? I mean, if you look at the daily, we could easily set like between 9.50 and $10. I would say, maybe that's the bottom. Um, but then again, that thing just looked so weak, so weak. Yeah, good job, Nate. Good job. Like I said, I wish that thing had a smaller float because I think a rec would have done really well today. Good jobs. 750%. That guy, goodness, my goodness. Still waiting. Yeah, Michael. Okay. I mean, you're still green in that position, and it's still wanting to break the downtrend, right? So you should still be okay. Right? Should still be okay. I hope we do break out for you though. So at the same time, you could do what Raven's doing, right? Taking some of those gains. I think you should still stay green in that position though, right? So we're trying to break the downtrend. So you should be okay. It would be nice if we got back above 70 cents and actually stayed above 70 cents. So there we go, 70 cents. Michael is smiling, trying to. Again, you can see the downtrend. That's a problem, right? So we really need to close above that level. Bilal, looks like Ray is holding that 20 cents. So if you're playing with this, yeah, just make sure that you stay above 20 cents. You got in at $15, Ephraim? Okay, I'll take a look in a second. Take a look. THAR is trying to find a bit of a base there. Um, oh wow, NIVF is actually unhalted. That news seemed really good. So it popped after the unhalt to $1.20 and then all the way back down. Look at that. Interesting. So FLNC. You're in at 15. Good job. Wow, good job. Do you have a stop loss on this? Yeah. Honestly, I think this one's easy for you to manage at this point. Just stay above $20. Alrighty? Stay above the 20. Should be okay. Yeah, you should be fine on this one. Good job. We're still fighting the downtrend here for MSPR. Fighting. So yeah, the candles are wicking above. Stop loss removed. Pizza, let's go. Are you just waking up, Peter? Yeah, no, I didn't get home till like close to midnight yesterday. So it's an interesting day. You're just waking up. Yep, yep. I mean, it is 7 a.m. for you, so very early. Come on, you can do it. You got out right in time. Yep. Here we go. 71. If this candle can close above now, that would be good. There we go. So finally breaking above the downtrend. MSPR looks like the better name, of all the names we're looking at, doesn't it? Right? So there goes 73. 73. Good. 74. 56 out of 69, made some good profits. Night dreaming. Good job. Well done. Good job. Good job. Yeah, Michael, you're happy now? Good stuff. There you go. Now you're up 10 cents in that position, right? So finally broke the downtrend, finally closed above. You see that last candle right there? That's the first candle that closed above, and then boom skis. Right. So now what are you looking for? Once you clear that level, there's no resistance, right? Once you break that 71, your next resistance is obviously back to the same level we just looked at. So yeah, okay, sounds good. So again, once we clear that downtrend, now our next resistance is back to that 80 cents again. So back to the 80 cents. Yeah. Yes, please. 77. So again, the resistance, if you look to the left hand side, was that 80 cents, and then we got slapped. Now we're testing it again. Is it 80 cents resistance now? It was always resistance, Michael, right? Where did we fail last time? BQ's halted down again. Yeah, that stock is just way too scammy. Yeah, you did good, Kyren. Alrighty. So again, we're testing the 80-cent wall. There we go. Oof! Oh my goodness! Look at that. Sheesh. MSPR said, "Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I got you." Oof. Damn. So that pre-market high again was 87.50, guys. If you look to the left, pre-market high 87.50. So we just called it 88, right? So that was a really nice push because we just went straight to 88. That was very nice. Very, very nice. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding MSPR. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding this one. And then if we can close above that 88, you're looking for $1. Alrighty, so break that and you're looking for $1. $1. Here comes 86. 86, 87. So again, 88 is your pre-market high, so that level is going to act as a bit of an obstacle. And then if you can break and close above that, then we're looking for $1 in that play. Alrighty. So you can see how we hit 88 and then they said, oh, nope, rejected for now, right? So there's nothing wrong with that rejection. You just know that it's coming. Alrighty. Yeah, MSPRs look like the only name that's, kind of been consistent, even with the massive drop, right? Like you look at all the other names, right? PHIO, TGE, everything else just looks. AREC has a big float, right? So FEMY, right? Again, filled out the view, have no consistency there. It looked good off the 200 EMA there for a scalp, right? So most of the other names we've looked at have been a little bit suspicious. That's why we kept coming back to MSPR. But yeah, if you bought that dip ski off the demand zone, that is beautiful. Peter, what's your entry? What's your entry, Peter? Peter woke up and said, okay, straight to the monies. Yeah, I like it, Raven. Well done. Yeah, that was a very good entry. Very, very good entry. 100%? Okay. There you go. So again, 88 cents, guys, right? That's that pre-market high. Obviously, people are going to sell at that level. It's not really a surprise. Yeah. It's really, really not a surprise. Lord have mercy, Peter. Yeah, that thing was too much of a gamble. I made 170. I'm fine with that. Just made my full day, Anthony. Isn't it crazy? You just made your full day's work, right? In a few minutes here. So, absolutely, no need to be greedy, right? Good jobs. Consistency wins over anything else, you know. So, again, double top at 88 cents, guys. If we can find a way to break above that level and close above at some point, then we'll be ready for the push. But now, look at that. We're all the way back to 70 cents, right? Crazy, huh? So, let's see if we can stay above 70. Stay above the 70. Alrighty. So this is why it's important to always go back and look at that pre-market high, because you know people are going to use that as a double top. Alrighty, promise. So when you have a stock that struggled at a level like this in pre-market, when we get back to that level after the market opens, people are going to use that as like, oh, 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 nope, get rid of it, right? So, and then it doesn't mean that we're done, right? Yeah. Raven, yes, tip the dealer as he is broke from Vegas. Ah, yes. I did not win any monies at the casino, guys. The casino took my monies, is what happened. Yeah, they took my monies. Yeah. Peter did okay, though. Peter went on a streak at the end. Yeah. So Let's Talk says, I got in at 73, out at 88. Good job, TV. Well done. Raven, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's go. Do better. There's no strategy with the casino. You know, the house always wins. Some traction, Mo. THAR. Hopefully, that would be nice. Femi is trying to come back a little bit there as well, right? THAR really needs to curl back above that 200 EMA. Super, super weak. Super, super weak. So maybe at some point it will come back. And then we just came back to retest 70 cents, and then we're pushing back for 80 cents for MSPR. Yeah. See, like, if it was okay to show these pictures, I would show these pictures. But Peter did get molested in Vegas, guys. He did. So we're walking, right? So we're walking to let's go KB. Let's go. Thank you very much, KB. I appreciate that. Did you make monies in MSPR? In a good way? Not in a good way. Like really not in a good way. Like the worst way possible. Right? So we're walking to go get a smoothie, right? Cuz we have to get a smoothie, right? And we're walking on whatever the whatever you want to call it. So anyways, I don't remember the name of the place, but we're walking from like from the hotel to go get a smoothie. It's in a different hotel, and everybody's walking, right? And then there's these two giants. When I say giants, I mean giant naked ladies. Like when I say naked, like really like you guys know how Vegas is, right? And so like we're all walking. There's like four or five of us were walking, right? And and I could see these like giant ladies. Like they're like giant. Like they look Russian, by the way. Like they look Russian. Alrighty. Like when I say giant, yeah, right. So I see them walking, you know, and they're walking towards me. Right. I'm like, oh nope, nope. So then I run to the other side because like I ran, you know, and then Peter's still walking towards them. Peter's intention, by the way, was to push me to them. Like that's what he was planning on doing. So then they grabbed Peter. Oh my days, guys, they grabbed him. When I say they weren't even that good looking, they were not good looking at all. Like not good looking. Like so they caught him, and they the whips, like the whips, like the bedroom whips. You guys know what I'm talking about. They like put the whip around his neck, you know. They put the whip around his neck so he couldn't run. He couldn't go anywhere, right? So then we're standing by the side and just laughing. And then one of the ladies, like grabs Peter's head and like is pushing his head like towards the breast. I'm like, oh my days! I have pictures, guys. I have pictures. I don't think it's friendly to show these pictures because it wasn't nice. Peter's scarred for life. For life, he's scarred. He is scarred for life. And there's two of them. Two of them. Oh my days. Yeah, I don't think you want to see those pictures. And then they're like, hey, we need a tip. So then, Peter pulls out his wallet and he's trying to give them like a 20, and they grab 100 out of his wallet. Ah, they took his monies and it wasn't, anyways. Wow. Oh my days. Yeah, that was not good at all. Yep. Peter was like, I'm gonna sue them. Sue them for what, Peter? Ah, unbelievable. Yep, theft and exactly. Yep. MSPR still slowly curling here, which is good. So this is looking like the better name for now, isn't it? Right. Um, Femi's trying to consolidate, yeah, off like 73, 72. Exactly, Luna, right? They have no monies. Yep. And this one's still kind of consolidating there, which isn't bad. Ray broke below that 20 cents, right? Bilal. So yeah, this was more of a gamble than anything else because it really doesn't look, amazing. And then MSPR needs to break above this supply zone so we can start cooking to $1. Start cooking. He ran like he didn't know me. I mean, when I see two giants walking towards me and they're naked, what do you think I'm gonna do? I want no part of this business, please. No part of this. Nothing to do with it. And again, Peter, you were gonna push me to those ladies. So, this is like karma coming back and saying, hey, we know what you were gonna do. Here we go, MSPR. This is looking very, very good. Right? As much as we have these resistance levels, this stock looks really good still. Alrighty. 83 cents. Pop only when something's cooking, like if we broke above $1 or something. Sounds good, Bilal. Have a wonderful rest of the day. See you later. Are you working in the office today? I thought you're working from home. 84. 84. So yeah, let's see if we can get a breakout. Again, just be mindful. This is not the spot for you to be getting in. Alrighty. Yeah, Vida, you made $2,000. Well done. Congratulations. This is not a spot for you to be looking for brand new positions. This looks amazing. It looks like there's nothing that's gonna stop this from breaking out, but at the same time, you're sitting at resistance. Alrighty, so it looks like it's going to break out. Like there's nothing stopping it, right? But again, it needs that breakout. Yeah, 88 cents. Got an alert at the open Tesla. Yeah, so you can see we hit that 88 again, and then backed off a little bit. Right, good job, Shane. Very good scalps in MSPR, by the way. I like it. Yeah, good job, A. Yup, 89. We broke above it. Obviously, the candle hasn't closed yet, but we just made brand new highs. I just caught the N. Sky, yeah. Go back and go back a little bit and rewatch. Go back and rewatch. Here we go. 90 cents incoming. Again, that candle hasn't closed yet. Um, IMTE back up. Are you in it? 89 pennies. Hello, Chris. Here comes 90 cents. There is 90. And brand new candle. Looking good. So we just got rid of that supply zone, right? Just got rid of the supply zone. There's a golden candle that's showing up there. You guys know what the golden candle means, right? You guys know what the golden candle means, but the stock looks good though. Looks very good. Again, type yes in the chat if you're still holding MSPR. Type yes if you're still holding this. Yep, exactly, Raven. Exactly. Right. So that golden candle's there, but um yeah, the volume is coming into the upside. Yes, 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 yes. Love it. Here goes 91, guys. 91. 91 pennies. Do you have a stop loss in your position, Michael? You have a stop loss in that position. There goes 92. Sunflare? I know, right? Yeah, no, this one's look like the better name today for sure. And so top gainer from pre-market and then it just continued, which is good. Again, if we go back to the bottom of the chart, you can see that consolidation of coming into the open, right? The massive pump, right? And then the dip and then the consolidation of the bottom. So that was good, right? And the fact that we broke out, it had that momentum. So when we talk about breakouts, you're looking at the last resistance, right? Coming into the open, not the highs of the day, the last resistance. So we're usually looking for those breakouts at the open. 92. 56. Yeah, if you're in anywhere close to 50 cents, anywhere close to that level, you're very happy. Anywhere close. I think now everybody wants to see a dollar. Right, so move those stop losses up, guys. Already. There goes 94. There goes 95, 96, 97. Yeah, there it goes. Right, so we close above 88, then you're looking for a dollar, right? So I'm gonna drop a line at a dollar just because yeah, there you go. Right? So there goes 98. Jason, love it. Love it. Love it. There goes 99. $1. We hit 99.40. 99.40. 99.40. Good job, everybody. Good jobs. I like it. See, we can break above a dollar here. So you're gonna see some people taking profits at a dollar, obviously. Alrighty. Some profit taking. There you go. Yeah, see, BC 97. Good job on that scalp. Well done. Yeah, Jason selling a 97, BC selling a 97, right? So there's some profit taking going on there, right? I still think it's going to break above a dollar, but there's nothing wrong with taking profits at resistance because a lot of people are going to do it. Joseph, good job. 90-cent scalp. I like it. Vida, 88 to 96. There you go. Here comes 99 again. 98, 99. And more profit taking back to 97. The volume definitely is coming into the upside though, which is good. Yep, exactly, Jason. You did. For mode 90 to 98. Good job, Yogi. Yeah, THAR was definitely a gamble, right? Gamble based on off the 200 EMA, right? But MSPRs look like the best name so far this morning, just completely based on performance, right? So let's go, Dan. Well done. So 83 to 98. Give me a high five. Well done. Huh? And it looks like it's going to break out, right? It looks like it's going to break out, but there's nothing wrong with selling at a level that you know is a problem, right? We all know that level is going to be a problem. So, but it also looks like it's going to break it. Right, here comes 99.50. So we tapped $1, right? So again, there's a lot of selling going on here. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, Bailey. Good job. So again, there's nothing wrong with taking some gains at the very least at a dollar. Well done, Raven. Right. So Raven is scalping, right? So or scaling out. Yeah. So at the very least, you should consider doing that. If that thing breaks above a dollar, though, you might see you might see that candle skip. Well done. That dip to 50 was nice. That dip to 50 was very nice. That dip to the green zone, that was perfect, guys. Right? Anything close to 50 cents here on that dip, that was a blessing for a lot of you, right? Because the market opened and it popped. So then that dip down there was really, really good. So we're obviously playing with resistance. I don't think anybody should be surprised about this, right? Look at that. We hit a dollar, we're back to 92, right? So people are going to be taking gains at a dollar. You can see a lot of people in the chat are doing it. If they're doing it, a lot of other people are doing it. That doesn't mean we're done, right? So doesn't mean we're done at all. I still get the feeling that this thing is going to break above a dollar, right? But yeah, you definitely should be putting a stop loss or taking some gains at a dollar. Ready? Yeah, 96. You can do it. Do, 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 do. 97. Come on. 98. 98.50. 99. So you can see we're definitely fighting, and it really wants to break above a dollar, and it's going to do it, right? So you're just seeing a lot of selling pressure come in. The volume on this is 450 million, so good volume. And there we go again, $1, $1, a dollar make you holla. 102, 107, boom. Right. So again, that doesn't the candle hasn't closed above a dollar yet, but that's a really nice break. Yeah, it's a nice break. There we go. Moses, I needed to fly. I needed to fly. I'm surprised. You know what's crazy is how this thing isn't getting halted. Peter, I know, right? It's impressive how this thing isn't getting halted because that stock is up 370%, guys, right? So it might only be moving like a few cents at a time, but this stock should have been halted. Should have been halted. So I like how it's not getting halted because the market makers want monies too, right? Matt, 77 to a dollar. Good jobs. I like it. I like it a lot. Yep, exactly, Ed. Have you bought 50 cents? You doubled your monies. Yeah, doubled your monies. So I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Let's get the thrust beats. Let's go. Okay. Do, 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 do. Come on. Come on. We're back from Vegas, guys. Let's thrust like, Peter was getting thrusted in Vegas by the two Russian ladies. With the whip, with the whip. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Come on. And what? And thrust. Go. Sorry, Peter. Sorry. Sorry. Come on. Go. 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 And what? Come on. And thrust. And what? And thrust. And what? And thrust. Come on. When Russian ladies. With the whip. With the whip. And what? And thrust. Go. 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 To the left. To the right. And thrust. To the window. To the wall. And thrust. When Lambo. To the sun. At night. And what? And thrust. And what? And thrust. Come on. Go, go. Go, go. Go, go. Go, go. And what? Come on, Peter. Let the sweat drip, 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 drip. Let the beat drop, 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 drop. And what? And thrust. Sorry, Peter. Oh, amazing. Let's go. Okay, that's a different playlist. Let's find that different one. Yeah, so we broke above $1, and you can see that next level is $1.10, which is really common, right? And then $1.20, which is interesting because this entire range is most likely because in the past we played between those two levels, right? So $1.10 and $1.20, your supply zone. We might have wicked a little bit higher, but really the problem is $1.20. Alrighty, so obviously we're still kind of playing around with the dollar because a lot of people are selling. Right, think about this. Not that long ago, guys. Right, an hour ago or less, this thing was at 50 cents. Right, so a lot of people have doubled their monies already in an hour. Right, so there's gonna be profit taking going on around this level. Alrighty, let's go. Sorry, pizza. Sorry. And another update from Vegas. I just want to say that I beat Peter, you know, and and uh, and Rob at golf as well. Racing and golf. Just saying. Yeah. Anyways, anyways, top golf. Yeah. You're procrastinating, James. Yeah, you did, kid. 48. Damn. Okay. Well done. Yeah. Which puts did you buy? What type of racing? Uh, just supercar racing. Go kart racing? No, supercar racing. Yeah. Yes. Can I? Where? Let me see if I can find one of these videos for you guys. One of those videos. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was fun. Yeah. Speed Vegas. Yeah. Avian. Yeah. Speed Vegas. Yup. Yeah. No, I drove the AMG GT. That car was nice. I still think my favorite car was the Ferrari, the Pista. That was nice. Yeah. Yeah, that was a nice car. Yeah. The AMG GT, like, It was just a bit heavy, you know. Also, it was just a little bit heavy, just a little bit. The uh, frozen inside. What's your position in a reg or TGE? Let me know, please. Already. Um, my TGE isn't really doing anything, right? Like nothing at all. Alrighty, so you need it to stay above 107, right? A reg has that bigger flow, like we said, right? So this one's gonna be heavy, 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 right? It's really not doing anything either, right? Let's go, Jerem. I made 1K euros in 10 minutes. Let's go. Well done. Look at that, right? Look at that. Yeah, Jerem, was it you that lost monies on Friday because you're like there wasn't a stream? Well, we're back on stream and you made monies. There goes one or two. I like it. Say to get it, it's really not doing anything, right? Like it's not doing much here. It's just kind of going sideways, right? Clearly, the volume all went to MSPR. MSPR volume is almost 550 million, right? So 550 million. Everybody ran to this one. That was you? Okay. Jerem was like, I lost monies because you guys didn't stream on Friday. Well, we're back on stream and you're making money. So it seems like your theory is kind of right, you know? Good jobs. Voristic, at least you're green. Yeah. Yep. Michael, your next resistance is $1.10 and then $1.20, and then yes, and then just send it, right? So let me pull up the daily chart really quickly and then we'll come back. Right. So we're pushing for 104 now, which is nice, right? And again, a little bit of profit taking going on at $1, but then it's really the only name that looks good right now. So people are buying it back up, right? Profit taking is a good thing because then those some people that sell, some of them will usually FOMO back into the stock, right? And then that creates a new wave of like, yeah. So yeah, no, this is not a swing player, man. This is definitely not a swing player, right? So I'm sure maybe they've done this on purpose to get back above $1 so they can say, hey, look, see, right, as they appeal it, man, right? But yeah, this is the momentum scalp play for the day. This is not a diamond hand type play. So Vida, good job by the way. $2,500 again. You made $2,000 first, or like overall. So yeah, that looks very nice. Slow and steady. Yep. So $1.10 would be our next little level here for this one. Yeah, Shane is taking those little scalpies. Those little scalpies. Yeah. So again, the closer we get to $1, the more selling you have, right? So make sure you have a stop loss. Make sure you've at least taken some profits out of this thing, guys. Like at the top there, that's almost 400%, by the way. Almost 400% already. So make sure you've at least scaled out a little bit or you have a stop loss, then that's fine. Yeah. Michael, that's fine. That's up to you, right? You have a small position and you bought closer to 50 cents or 60 something. So yeah, you're still okay. Yeah. So still okay. Yeah, the last low for this thing was right around 92, right? That breakout was 88. So if we can stay above those levels, that would be good. Let's go. Today's the first trading day of the month, isn't it? Yeah. What a way to start the new month. Uh, no ice, Rob. Stay green, fam. Not greed. Exactly. Speaking. Look at that, right? As soon as Rob sends that, look at this. Look at that, right? Stay green, not greed. That was perfect timing, Rob. Perfect timing, right? So resistance, double tops, have a stop loss, or take some gains. Like I said, at this point you should have taken some profits at least. Right? Rob's taking profits, Raven's taking profits, a lot of you guys are taking profits, right? Now the stock is halted down for the first time. It's halted down. Right? So look at that. Halted down for the first time. So yep, you should have had a stop loss, you should have taken some profits. Alrighty, at the very least. Rob, perfect timing. Thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And give me another high five because you've been cooking. I really appreciate the help. And next year, next trip, is Miami. You know? Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It makes you bullish. That's fine, right? So retest, right? So let's see if we can retest and stay above that breakout spot. Alrighty. Let's see if the volume goes somewhere else now too, though. Yeah, PHIO. Yeah, coming back up a little bit. Let's go. Yeah. No, we're definitely World Cup. Definitely on the calendar. 1,000,000%. Um, Dan, place is well below ice. Ice is field of vision. I knew a roast was coming. I knew a roast was coming. Unbelievable. Dan, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you. In this case, that's a good thing, though. Out of the field of vision. Yeah, we don't want to end up in jail, especially after all the trash talking. They're like, "Oh, welcome to the states, welcome, straight to jail." Yeah, Nate, that's very good. Congratulations. Very good. Congrats. Yeah. So again, MSPR is halted down, right? Let's see what happens when this thing gets unhalted. Good job, Jokers. Jake's dad, yeah, good job. Good job, good job, good job. That's a very good scalp. 61 to 90 cents. Very good scalp. I mean, so for now you're kind of looking for that last even though we closed below 88, you're kind of looking for that range there. If we can consolidate, Michael, alrighty. That breakout we had, right? You see that double top there? So if not, it would be okay to dip closer to 80 cents as well. Alrighty. Yeah. Yup. Not greedy, T Mac. There you go. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So join Discord, educate, in at 28, out at 64 in pre-market, $3,600. Mark has been cooking these T-Mac. T-Mac has been cooking these pre-market plays when the news comes out, cooking them, right? 28 cents to 64, $3,600 is very nice. So yeah, you're missing out on some of these names when they come out in the morning in Discord. So missing out. Missing out. There we go. You did, AB. You did 20K. My goodness, what did you get in at? You sold the position though, right? What did you do with this? Let me know. Yeah, THR really isn't doing much then. Really not doing much. What's the S&P doing? Is what I want to know. But not fixed yet. AB 50 cents. Good job. Yeah, SPY is actually red for the day. Look at that. Wow. From 685 all the way down to the abyss. We actually broke below 680. My goodness. But then if you zoom out, this that you don't really see any problems there. Interesting though. Yeah. So live, send me a DM in Discord, please. Alrighty. Or make sure when you're connecting, make sure you're using the right email, please. Make sure you're using the right email. Uh, Shane says, I just want to say thank you. First day in 2 months with the community. Went 7 for 7 green trades. Couple of grand made today. Time to leave before greed hits. Let's go. Well done. Wow. Look at that. 7 for 7, right? And a few $1,000s, Shane. Well done. Congratulations. Love it. There goes the on hold, guys. So yeah, watch that 80 cents. The closer you get to 80 cents, the better there. Right? We're still sitting in that support range here though. So um yeah. Love it. So we're back to 90 cents. Right. Wow, wow, wow. Congratulations, Shane. Amazing. So go back to 96, right? So again, we can't just because the stock is dipping doesn't mean it's done. 95, right? So again, that dip to that support range was nice. Very, very nice. I like it. Yep. 98. Now, if we start failing below a dollar and then breaking below that last low, then we might be done. But for now, yeah, you can never say a stock is done when it's below, when it's above the 200 EMA. Never, ever, ever. My username, it's different than a. No, your username is not a problem. You just have to connect with the same email. It's a Gmail email lifestyle. Gmail email. The same Gmail email you're using to pay on YouTube is the same Gmail email you need to connect with when you follow the steps in Discord. That's it. Right? You can have a different email in Discord, you can have a different name, blah blah blah. None of that really matters. When you're connecting though, you just have to use when you're following the steps to connect, just follow that, use the same Gmail email. If you have a different email, try all the emails. One's gonna work. Ready? And if it's still not working, send me a DM in Discord. Send me a screenshot of like your payment on YouTube's. Then I'll try and help you. Alrighty? So we'll fix it. Don't worry. It's not a problem. Just try doing it on your own first, and then send me a screenshot of your payment stuff. Then I'll try and do it for you. Some $1 test. That was a nice dip. Yeah. The good thing with these stocks, like these $1 stocks or the penny stocks in general, is usually when they hold, they usually on hold around the same price, which is good, right? So then you're not panicking, right? The If you're dealing with a $20 stock that holds down though, you're gonna lose a few dollars, right? When it's a penny stock though, it's usually not, not as bad. Usually not as bad. Remember the pain in Rob's eyes when yeah, see, like, so we're sitting at the casino, right? We're sitting at the casino, and so Peter is sitting at one machine, right? And then a few machines over, Rob is sitting on the other machine, right? and and Rob's been losing money. Okay, so Rob puts $100 into the machine, or for the second or third time or whatever, right? And Rob's down to $20, right? And we look over at Rob. Rob is. Looking at the sky, Uh, Rob pushes the machine, and it goes down to $15, and you can see him look away. Look at the other side. Every time he pushed the button and the money went down, he looked somewhere else. And then he started looking at the ground. You could tell, you could feel the pain. Did we console him though? Nope. We were laughing. Oh my goodness. And then Rob placed a really nice bet on the Blue Jays game. And then he won some nice monies. So Rob left the casino winning monies. He was like, "Nope, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. I got all my monies back, and I'm ahead now. No more." He was looking for supply and resistance. He was looking for the demand zones, Dan. Ah, I've never seen so much pain. Ah, that was funny. You can tell we had a good time. It was fun, right? It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Peter got molested, and we were laughing. Rob was losing money, we were laughing. It was good. Yeah. It was hard to leave. So it was amazing hanging out with these guys. Amazing. Amazing. BQ's halted up. Scuba, yeah, that thing just keeps halting up and down. It's just a little bit untradeable. Yeah. We thrusted already back off a few minutes ago. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Do, 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 do. Yeah, see, I do better in the casino than you do in the market. We need to fix that, Jason. Yeah. No, we're trying to get back above $1 here. We do need to though, because if we fail at $1 and we break below that 80, then I think you have a big problem. Yeah. Yep. Why not do a Hutchins goat a getaway weekend? I don't know. Like next year. Next year. You did good though, Peter. You did good at the end. Yeah. Yep. So Peter would be at the machine, and then I'm like, hey Peter, what's your stop loss? Peter would be at a machine and then he would go from $100. Actually, Peter was at a machine, he put in $100 and he was down to the last $1. Like the last $1. Like this was the last push of the button, right? And then he went from $100 to $300 from the last push, and then he went up to like $700. And then I'm like, hey Peter, what's your stop loss? I'm like, set a stop loss for $600. And then we got to $600. Peter's like, stop loss removed, stop loss removed. And then he was at $500. And then yeah. Anyways, Andrew, yeah, yeah. No, so $1 is a bit of a problem here on this. A bit of a problem. Now this has been a good scalp though. If you played with this MSPR, this has been the best stock today, right? The best stock. The only other thing that we kind of considered today was THAR, but that was more of a gamble off the 200 EMA than anything else. This has been the one today, right? PHIO is still looking okay, but it's really not doing much. TGE looks fine too, right? But it still needs to break out. So nice consolidation of $1.10 on TGE, and then your next resistance is $1.30 on this one. So it's finally broken back above the VWAP though, so that's a start. That is a start for this one. Right, so you can see that resistance at $1.30. AREC just had the float on this one was just too heavy, just too heavy, right? Just too heavy. And FEMY, yeah, FEMY just nice pop, but then just not a whole lot, right? So this has been the one today. Yeah. Just kind of relaxing at $1 here. Yep. No, I knew my limits, Dan. Once we hit the limits, I was like, you know what? I'm done. That's it. That's it. Yeah. No, I'm not once we hit the limits, I'm finished. Can I look at BQ? Sure. What's your position in BQ? What's your position in BQ? Yeah, BQ is a crazy stock. Just it is breaking out, right? But just a crazy stock though. Just be careful with this thing, please. It's halted up again. Yeah, it's halted up again, BQ. Like this thing's been halted up and down so many times today already. It's not even a yeah. Anyways, MSPR still looks very nice. Yeah. I'm looking for a position. Yeah, it's halted. The reason I say it's untradeable is because every candle is a halt candle, right? So you just kind of have to look for breakouts there, I guess. Okay. You scared of BQ? I know. I know. Like that thing is the last time this thing was looking good, like look right here, right? It's like, oh, halted up. Next candle halted down. right? But we've also seen this thing go from $10 to 31 to 50 with like three halts, right? Like this thing can fly when it wants to. Graham, I'll take another look here. Doesn't really look good at all, right? The only way I would do that is if you have a stop loss at 299. Alrighty. So thank you, Rob. So MSPR, the first alert in Discord at 4 a.m. Eastern, at 20 cents. 20 cents, guys. 20 cents to $1.10. That is fire, isn't it? Right. So if you're not a member yet, you're missing out on catching these names early in the morning, right? So if you're not a member, click that link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbots and come join us in Discord. Alrighty. Yeah, let's go. Frozen, we just looked at those two stocks, right? Yeah. Stock General Aviv. Absolutely, Rachel. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wait, is this Rachel, or this is a different Rachel? Like this is just, Good thing you don't need your underwear to drive fast cars. Yes. You did not see the alert. So go back in Discord. 4 a.m. in the morning. There were so many alerts on this thing, right? Over and over and over. For MSPR. So many alerts. It's Rachel. Oh my goodness. Wow. Peter, this is Rachel. Yeah, we've yeah. Every time we sat down and and we were doing something suspicious. Yeah. Josh would say, I need to behave. Ah, yeah. And then Sam was like, Rachel is one of a kind. So we've heard so many stories, Rachel. Beautiful, amazing. What channel? Stock General. Stock General. Barb. Yeah. No, we had an amazing time. It was amazing, and Josh was amazing. But we knew that already. Amazing, the best time. Frozen, I answered your question already. So TGE 50 shares at $1.24. $1.24. Okay, that's not a horrible. I mean, it's. I wish you got into that position closer to $1.10. Why? Because look at this, right? When you zoom out a little bit, you don't even have to, right? Look at this. Your entry is right there. This is your entry, right? So, and you have a double top right there. So you're really close to that resistance. You're closer to resistance than you are to support, right? I wish you got in closer to the demand zone. Red, no good. Green, good, right? Red light, green light. So for now, you're still okay on that position and you're down 3 cents. So that's really not that big of a deal, is it? Right? So just put a stop loss in that position and your resistance is $1.30. So hopefully at some point we break above that resistance. Cool. Alrighty. And then put a stop loss on the other one as well, please. Don't make me find you. Right? And then you're in AREC as well. Okay. AREC 5 shares at 510. This one you kind of messed it up. Right? You don't have a stop loss on this, do you? Yeah, your entries are very suspicious. There's no reason for you to be in at 510, honestly, in my opinion, right? You were either green and you didn't take profits in the red zone coming into the open, or you jumped in on the way down when it was crashing, right? So put a stop loss on this, please. Thank you. Ready? Just because I didn't get arrested by ICE doesn't mean I can't call them to arrest you. So put a stop loss because I don't think you're using those things. Cool. Okay, back to MSPR here because this is the gem. Anyways, we have a new member, James. James, speaking of ice, James, really? So you woke up today, right? So think about this, James. Think about this, right? Think about this. In 50 years, right? In 100 years, right? Your next generation is gonna come through and they're gonna be like, so So really, granddad, really dad, like while other people were buying the right membership and making monies, you know, while other people were buying land, the legend membership, buying gold, buying silver, buying Bitcoin, you were busy buying the sold out level. Really? Of all the things you could be doing, your great grandkids are gonna be like, really? Really? All the generations, you couldn't do anything to leave us anything? You were buying the sold out level. James, really? Really? That's all you could do.
Don't buy the sold out level. It's not available. That's why it says sold out. Duh. I can't make it any plainer. Stop being a bonehead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Unbelievable. James, do better. Go back to the same level, go back to the same link and upgrade. Unbelievable. Congratulations, Ajoya. You played yourself. Anyways, yeah, we're kidding though. So again, hopefully nobody ever takes, the roast personally. We're playing around. Alrighty. So for MSPR, we need to break above that $10 for that next push. You did that last week. Yeah, don't do that, please. James, go upgrade. Alrighty. Make the next generation proud. You know? Make your next make your great grandkids proud. Okay. So when they look back, they're like, my great granddad was like the Rockefellers. They left me something or whatever the names are. They left me some land. They left me something. They didn't leave me a sold out membership. Unbelievable. Ah. Next person that signs up for that level, we're gonna take them to Vegas and then bring those Russian ladies. Last time was the nun. This time was the Russian ladies. I'm glad I had nothing to do with it. Oh, by the way, there's another story. Um, yeah. See, salt of the egg. I like it. Love it, love it, love it. MSPR is getting slapped there from that supply zone, right? So red, no goods, green goods, right? Yeah, it really is a hard level, Raven, right? But again, the good thing here though is you can see that it's a problem, and this has not been a buy at any point, right? So red is not good. Red means no go, right? That's one of those levels where you take gains or you move your stop losses up. You don't go diamond handing. So yeah, this thing needs to break above that previous high if it wants to gain any more attention, right? Which is what we need for the push. DVRT, welcome to the community as well. So salt and DVRT, welcome guys. Let me get you guys some invite links here, and then you should be good to go. So again, salt and DVRT. Click the link at the bottom of the chat. That's your Discord invite link already. So click the link and then follow the steps in the getting started channel, and then you should be good to go. Peter. Okay, there you go. Love it, Shane. Good job. Buy the dips. I mean, you do have a bit of a double bottom at 85 cents there. Alrighty. I'd like to not see some brand new lows though, like lower lows. We clearly have resistance, but I'd like to also create some higher lows and then push back up. Can you please repeat the channel that gave the alert? So the alert came through from Stock General. Watch the onboarding video, please, Barbara. It's gonna let you know, like the bot, right? So watch the onboarding video if you haven't already. Feel the bird, do better, Vena. Yes, you're not wrong. There we go, James. See, James says, like in 100 years, right? 200 years. Yeah, we want the grandkids to be proud. Yeah, I like it. Did I do better? Yes, you did, James. Welcome. Alrighty. So again, click this link at the bottom of the chat. James. Click that link at the bottom of the chat and then follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. For about a month, and so red, hoping to make back some of the monies you've lost. Salt, perfect. Welcome to the community. Again, make sure you connect and then spend some time in the new trader education section already. That'd be really good for you. So spend some time educating yourself. If you have any questions, ask in stock general stuff like that. Yep, exactly, Dan. You'll likely need to unlearn some bad habits. Exactly. So MSPR came back and retested the we can almost call this a double bottom, right? So nice little double bottom test and then a bounce. My problem here with this though is we might be getting some lower highs. So we really need to be holding these bottoms and push. Cool. Again, other than this, other than this stock, there's really not a whole lot else going on, is there? Right? Ray actually had a pop there. Yeah, looks like Ray came back up. Interesting. Jameson Egg in again, 89 cents. Good job. Yeah. So again, that double bottom. Hopefully we stay above. Cool. Look at BQ, guys. This is why we say BQ is untradeable, right? You just can't. Like, look at this. What are you supposed to do with this, right? Oh, we're halted up. Oh, nope, we're crashing back down, right? Like, this is just untradeable. Yeah, untradeable. THAR, yeah, it's still kind of going sideways at $3 there. FEMY, nothing, right? AREC, too heavy. TGE is actually looking okay. If TGE can break out there, that's going to be good for you. Whoever was in at 124. So you're green in that position at least. There goes 126. Right, so TGE just needs a bit of volume here for the breakout. You did? Really? Like right away? What does that tell you guys? See, I don't know. Like, what does that tell you guys? How do we fix that? How do we fix that though? Like, I don't know how to fix that, guys. I don't know how to fix that. Man, like, that's crazy. Again, I'm never gonna send you a friend request. That's one thing that's guaranteed for sure. Alrighty? Like, I will never ever send you a friend request unless you send me one. Alrighty? So yeah. So and also I will never send you a DM first. If you need help, you can DM me, but I'm not gonna DM you. The only people that I will ever DM, ever, maybe a high maybe, is like a gold VIP member, right? You became a gold VIP member, and I'm like, hey, book a one-on-one. Let's do something, right? And you haven't done it yet, and then I'm like, hey, what are you doing, right? But then that's it, right? I'm like, hey, go book a one-on-one. I'm not gonna send you a link to click and send me crypto. I'm not gonna sit there and chat for you with for hours. I'm not gonna send you paragraph. Like these are red flags, right? I'm not gonna sit there and type a paragraph for you. If you notice, like if you send me a paragraph in Discord, I usually look at your paragraph. I'm like, damn, that's a lot. Alrighty. If you send me a paragraph, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of typing, right? I'm not gonna respond to you right away. Why? Because I probably respond later. Alrighty. Like I'm not gonna sit there and DM you for like a long, long time. Not that I don't want to. I'm just not gonna do it. So if you're talking to someone and they're like, hey, copy my trades, and they're sending you paragraph after paragraph, you have a problem. Right? Someone's trying to enter you. Like the Russian ladies in Vegas. Yep. TGE with a nice pop, right? You can see how like this thing is actually curling really nicely there. I wonder if the volume is gonna rotate from MSPR to TGE. That's looking good though. Type yes in the chat if you're holding TGE. No, 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 no. There we go. 138. There we go. 138. Yeah, Coleman, I like it. I like it. Yeah, so you could have looked for that 130 breakout there, Andrew, right? There goes 140. So pre-market high in TGE It was 148-ish. I bet you they're selling because of 150, but yeah, that's a nice pop. You could see though, like it was holding that level. It just needed to break out there for the volume to kick in, right? Hence why we started watching it because it looked like it wanted to go. It's curling nicely there. Frozen inside, try and stay green. Danielle, good job on that. Rich, good job. Derek, good job. Regan, good job. Tiffany, good jobs. I like it. Alrighty. So is MSPR dead? I mean, it's kind of looking a bit suspicious. You notice how this one dropped and then the other one popped, almost like people looked around and said, "Hey, this one's starting to curl back up. Let's sell one and get into the other one." So is this dead? No, right? It will be dead if we break below and below 70 cents. Yes, dead. Alrighty. For now, we're like think about it. We're at 90 cents, right? We're at 90 cents. So can't really say that it's dead yet. $40. Let's go. Good job. Alex, it says they're not in the same server, right? Like if you click on one of the scammer names, it says they're not in Discord. I see. Again, I still don't understand how that works, right? Because they're not in Discord. Also, not a single member in Discord can see when a new person joins Discord, right? You notice how before you could see it, now you can't, right? Like you cannot tell that there's a new person. I mean, you can't really tell like when someone joins, right? So usually it was in the free channel. You can't see that anymore. So I don't understand how they're doing that. I don't understand. So someone figure it out and let me know. 118. Good job. Uh, so you sold and then you bought at 142 of all the levels. 142. Michael, are you come join us in Discord? Michael, come join us. That was not a good spot, right? So you almost need a retest of closer to $1.30 there. Yeah. One of the Discord bots. Yes, honestly, I thought it was that too. Like we've actually kicked out some bots in Discord, right? That's what I thought it was too. Like one of the bots maybe has been hacked or something like that. You know how like we have like a million news bots, right? I bet you that's what it is. I bet you that's what it is. Okay, let's see here, Dan. So provides a separate type of user account dedicated to rather than a username and password. Oh, like that. Connect to real time user account. Huh, that's interesting, Dan. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Hmm. Don't yell. What does the golden candle mean, Frozen? The golden candle usually means that there's a reversal coming in that direction we're going in. So if we're going up, you might see a move back down. If we're going down, you might see a move back up. Right? You watched the video, the Bull Bear Algo explain video. Yeah. Alrighty. um, usually because that's 6 a.m. for me, and that I usually wake up before that. But I'm usually just looking at you guys spam stuff, or like I'm usually posting charts or stuff like that, and then I don't really get into it till 6 a.m. And usually the time I want to be up is 6 a.m. anyways. Alrighty, so um, yeah, at least so keep in mind that's Canada. Yeah, yeah. Alrighty. Fred, Fredemore, Fredemar, Fred, welcome to the community. The question is, how do we fix that though, Dan? How do we fix that? Fred, again, welcome to the community. This is your invite link at the bottom of the chat. Okay, so click that link and follow the steps in the getting started channel. MSPR is still dipping, guys, right? So 80 cents is your next little level. Then we have the 200 EMA. Yeah. Look at BQ, guys. Like, look at this. Look at this. BQ's back to the top again. Like, how? I don't get that. Don't get that. But don't get that. Ray, what is the legend level? That's the YouTube membership that gives you access to Discord. Yeah, Dan, that would be good because then we can send them some nice emails about people getting scammed because that's just unacceptable. Mike, yeah, yeah, exactly. Mm. But yeah, no. Next year, I think next year we're gonna switch to Quest Trade though, and then we'll go from there. Unless we want to keep the same schedule, then that's fine too. And that's okay as well. Yeah, MSPR is looking a bit. As soon as TGE showed up, MSPR started looking a bit suspicious. Most of you guys took your profits already on this thing, right? Like this really isn't a problem, right? From 20 cents all the way to $1.10, guys. Most of you had stop losses scaled out, blah blah blah. Like most of you are out of this position already, which is good, right? For now, let's watch this 200 EMA area here. So, like I said before, as long as it stays above 70 cents, not maybe we can curl back up. If that thing breaks below that level, though, then you're probably done, right? Probably done. Yep. Yes, of course, facts. What's your position though in a easy go? What's your position? Let me know. TG is at 144, guys, right? So as soon as the other one sold off, the money started coming back over here, right? So the money said, "Hello, let's go to this one instead now," right? So yeah, money rotation, which is usually how this works. You took a risk, Refi. Good job. Uh, no, 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 no. There goes $1.50. I like it. 151, 152. Oof, that's a nice little pop. Yep, exactly, Vida. It goes 160, guys. The money really did rotate to this one, didn't it? Yeah, the money really did rotate. Nice pop. There goes 160. 135, 155. Jason, criminal. Criminal. Good job. Yeah, I think this one's gonna be more of a like one of those, quick scalpies and move on, right? Over and over. These candles, honestly, to me, still look a bit suspicious. You see how the stocks perform today? Like up and down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, I think it's nice to treat this stock as a scalp more than okay, we're gonna get to $3 type stock. So scalp over and over is how I would treat it. Let's see if we can stay above $1.50 though. After watching the getting started, I don't see the other stuff. Already connected. You, yeah. Did you connect with all the other emails you have live? If you try the other emails and it doesn't work, send me proof of your payments. In DM me in Discord already, and then I'll do it for you. Alrighty. So, ooh, that sounds like a really yeah. Anyways, Erie. See, I feel like this is a really cool like name, but I'm butchering it. Yeah, E, welcome to the community. Welcome. Alrighty. This is your Discord invite link at the bottom of the chat there. So click that link from the Hot Trades account and follow the steps as well in the Getting Started channel. Alrighty. Welcome E. Welcome. Enough day. It does. Gaming, yeah, it does. Right, like the scalps, you can scalp. Like look at FEMY, right? FEMY is coming back up a little bit as well. So consolidation, a double bottom, nice little curl to test the 200 EMA, right? Like there are a lot of scalpies all over the place. You just have to not diamond hand anything, right? So MSPR is bouncing off the 200 EMA, right? So 200 EMA, like I said, so if we can stay above that level, it should be okay. Right? Do I think MSPR is dead? No, right? So people just rotated to something else to make some monies. The question now though is if this one starts breaking out again, MSPR is gonna struggle because everybody is really gonna move over to this one, right? So yeah, TGE looks good. Is it a good point to join? BQ has never been a good point. It's just a risk if you're willing to take it, right? There's no such thing as a good entry for this one, for BQ. Peter, that's a good question. I would wait and see if how long Isaac is injured for. If he's injured for a long time, it could TK. If he's coming back in a week or two or whatever, then I would go Gakpo because that's the best player, it seems. That's what I would do. It depends on. Yeah, TG is looking nice. Yeah. Made a nice switch. Yep. Yep. That was a good job, Chris. Good jobs. Yeah, the money rotated nicely there to TGE. Miss. See, we can break up of $1.60 and actually stay above $1.60. MSPR, you can see like it's the volume just isn't quite there yet, unless people rotate back. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so there's a bit of stalling around 60 cents there. Email is in the YouTube description. Yeah, also at the top of your screen there says hotradesx at Gmail. I'm having troubles accessing the Discord group. Gardine, send me a DM in Discord. Alrighty. Um, I don't know. I called you Gardine, but Gan, Gander. Anyways, click this link at the bottom of the chat. Right, that's your Discord invite, and follow the steps in the Getting Started channel, please. Let me know what you're having issues with, and we'll try and help. Femi, your 200 EMA is gonna act as resistance right there, so be careful. And then TGE again, that 60 is gonna be a problem. Yep, yeah, it's trying to. Yeah, THAR. Yeah, it's holding $3, right? Like it's been sitting there forever now. So maybe at some point it's gonna start moving back to the upside. It's trying to. So stay above 306 for sure. 306. Two. Traveler trader. Cool. It doesn't look bad, right? As long as you stay above that 306, alrighty, it doesn't look bad at all. What I like about this now, again, don't like that we're below the 200 EMA, never do, right? Um, right. So what I like about this now, though, is that you have this level that it's been sitting at for 30 minutes. So if you do take a position, if you are in a position, stay above this level. If it goes below, it's done. Ready? Done, done, done. And if you're looking for an entry, you want to try and get in as close to that level as possible, right? So with the stop loss right below. There you go. 93. Brozy, you got in at 93 cents. You got into MSPR at 93 cents. Are you cooked? No, you're not. Well, I was about to say, yeah, you're cooked. No, I would, if I was in that same position, I'd put a stop loss right below 75 and hope that it doesn't hit. Alrighty. I mean, we're trying to curl up that demand zone, so hopefully it does. Yeah, no, I hope you're not cooked. Do 84 pennies. And if you don't have a massive position, Brosy, like you're down less than 10 cents, right? And here comes 86. Like you're down less than 10 cents. So if you're ever concerned about it, you could always take a smaller loss. Alex, yep. To get my money back, you're in at 254 RNTX. There goes 87 cents, right? Brosy, look at that. 88 cents, right? So you're almost all the way back, right? So again, if you were panicking before, that was a pretty nice bounce, and you can always take a smaller loss. But again, as long as MSPR stays above the 200 EMA, people are going to keep asking, is it dead? Is it dead? No, it's not dead, right? Yeah, not dead. And are we going to break above 88? And BQ came all the way down again, right? From 650 back to 550. Like this thing is just all over the place. So then Alex is in RNTX. RNTX, you're in at $2.54, Alex. Oh, you must have bought this thing in pre-market because it hasn't hit that level since the market opened. 254. Yeah. See, this is why I always tell you guys to look for consolidation. Alex, I'm gonna find you, right? I know where you live. So two things here, Alex. This is 254, right? So either you bought this thing right there and it popped, right? Either you bought it on the way up, you FOMOed on the way up, right? And it popped all the way up to 315 and you didn't sell it, right? Which again, greedy, right? Because you FOMOed, right? Or you bought it on the way down right there, which you should have never bought because it was crashing, right? No consolidation, no curl. So both the entry was either a good FOMO and you didn't take it because of greed, or just a horrible entry, right? So now the question is, what do you do with that position, right? What do you do with the position? Let's see. I mean, you held this thing all the way down. You actually held this thing down to 155, from 155 all the way back to, my goodness. Your next resistance is 220 here, right? 220, 225, the view app. That's your next resistance. I would almost say try and stay above $2 at this point, right? I would almost say try and stay above $2. Please and thank you. Try to. Alrighty, MSPR, you can see that resistance right there, guys. 87, 50, 88. That's the same level we had earlier for the T-Rex, right? And also the double bottom. So now the 50 EMA, right? It's using that for resistance. So MSPR is going to need to create this break above this level. Because if it doesn't, it almost looks like we're just getting lower highs now, huh? Dan, thank you very much. Okay, let me see. DPO. Dan, thank you very much. Love it. Dan made my life so much easier with that. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna send those over right now because that's pretty easy. Thank you, Dan. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. Perfect. Just copy and send, you know? I don't need to worry about typing anything. There goes 89 cents. 89 cents. So nice push from the bottom, right? So you're almost back to 90 cents there. So you're down 3 cents almost there. So again, Brozy, if you panicked before, you're back, right? You know what's funny, guys? You know what's funny is these two stocks are rotating back and forth, right? TGE goes down, MSPR is like, hey, my turn, my turn, my turn, guys, my turn. Look at that. Look at that. Almost back to 92. Very good bounce. Right? They're just going back and forth between each other. One goes down, the other one goes up. One goes up, the other one goes down. Yep. Good job, Jason. That was a good scalp. Yeah, 81 to 89. Very good scalp. So again, off the 200 EMA, the demand zone, a little bit of consolidation, and then a curl. So scalp, scalp, scalp. Now, if this one starts to go down, maybe the other one goes up. $1. Good job, Jason. Yeah. Yeah. Not bad, though. Yeah. Not bad at all. So we're still chilling around 90 cents here for MSPR. Is it a good moment to try FEMY with the stop loss? No. Right. At this point, you need to break above 72.50 or you need to get closer. So this level isn't horrible at 70 cents, right? But to me, you're really close to resistance. Like your resistance is 2-3 cents away, right? So if you're trying to get in here, which doesn't look horrible, right? But your resistance is right there, right? Your support is all the way down there, right? What do you think happens? So risk reward, right? This is my reward, right? This is my resistance. Which one's bigger, right? Sorry, this is that's my reward. This is my risk, right? So the risk is way bigger than the reward. Sometimes when you see stuff like that, you stay away. Gander, did you try connecting with the right email? It has to be a Gmail email that's connected with your payment system on YouTube. Again, if you have any other Gmail emails, try connecting those. If it doesn't work, send me a DM, Gander. Alrighty. So if you want me to do it for you, try that stuff first, and then send me a DM in Discord, include a screenshot of your YouTube payment. Alrighty. Please and thank you. Yeah. No, 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 no. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, good. Yeah. So you always have to think of the risk reward, right? Like if I buy right here, what's my next reward? The reason why people FOMO into stocks that break out is because then that reward is potentially exponential. We don't know where that risk that where the reward goes to, so then you people are willing to FOMO, right? So if that makes any sense, right? So let's say this is a resistance, right, guys? So let me show you an example. So let's say this is resistance on a stock, right? You guys notice how we kind of play games below that, but if we break below, it's like boom skis most of the time. Most of the time, nothing always works like that, right? So right, the reason is more psychological than anything else, right? Like people are not quite sure what to do here because we know there's resistance right there, right? But as soon as we do break out, though, it's like, oh well, I don't know where we're going to, but I know that it could potentially be big, right? So let me just let me just do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yep, Michael. Yep, exactly. Right. So like TGE on that breakout, right? So like we knew that resistance was, and honestly, I said that to you too, right? Though, Michael, is wait for the retest, right? So this is where you FOMO, right? You notice how nobody wants to buy the stock, guys? It's like, oh, we know there's resistance right there, right? Look at this, right? Resistance right there, resistance right there. So everybody's like, do. We don't want to buy this. Do. We don't want to buy this. And then as soon as it breaks out, they're like, oh, I wanna buy this, right? So we break above $1.30 and then boom skis, right? So usually though, like I said for you, Michael, is wait for the retest. Guess what? Yeah, this was the breakout. You bought right there at $1.40 something, but this was the retest. We came back down to $1.30. So that would have been better for you. Right. So that's what I meant by maybe wait for the retest. So yeah, TG is trying to curl again here. Right? So guess what MSPR is doing though? MSPR is going back down. TGE is like, I'm back, guys. Yeah, 138. Andrew, good job. No. Yep. Yep. So like, I'm back. Look at that, guys. Look at TGE, right? The slapping one, and the other one's like, hey, I'm back. Right? So look at MSPR. Three red candles, three green candles. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. You see how that golden candle sometimes, is really nice? Right? The golden candle in a demand zone at the 50 EMA, that would have been nice. Right? So, Brozy, you missed that entry. Right? Now we're testing 60 cents again, the resistance here. See if we can get a breakout. See if we can get a breakout. That thing said, don't have to tell me twice. Don't have to tell me twice. At this point, exactly right. Speed. Yeah. Yep. As this is an indicators for the members. They can buy it in Discord. With the resistance levels, I'm always a bit confused at which one to watch out for. Zoom out to the 1 month view and see 1 week, 1 day. So all I do is I look at the daily, right? Look at the daily. So look at the daily chart, but then zoom back, 3 months, 6 months, a year. You're just looking for major levels, right? It shouldn't be confusing. You're just zooming out to find levels in the past. You don't need to go back to 1962, right? So you just need to go back and say, hey, in the last 6 months, right, in the last year, what are the levels that have consistently acted as resistance, right? And then you put some lines there so you have an idea, right? You have an idea of what to pay attention to. THAR has actually come back really nicely, huh? Look at that. Not bad, right? Not bad at all. Peter, are you still in this one? Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, TG, the money definitely moved over to this one. Yeah, because sometimes people are like, oh, how far do I zoom out, right? Like, where do I need to go to find resistance on a stock, right? Like, no, you don't really need to go back, 10 years, right? To say, oh, back in, back when Moses was crossing the, leading the Israelites to their promised land, like back when this stock was. No, you don't need to do that. Just go back a year, go back 6 months. You're just looking for major levels. Go back 2 years, whatever you need to do. Like it's not some stocks, honestly, like some stocks you look 3 months back and you're like, oh, there we go, right? Resistance, right? I go back 2 months, you're like, yup, there it is. I know this $2 level is going to be a problem. I need to pay attention to this, right? Some stocks you have to go back, 6 months. Some stocks you have to go back, whatever you need to do to find that level, right? For TGE, we clearly know that there's a problem right there, right? We know that already, right? So that level is a problem because it's a double top. So we need to break and close above that level, right? So one red candle, guys, and MSPR is like, oh, my turn, right? I still like TGE more though, for now. Stock Chesa, have a wonderful day, and see you later. Alrighty. Some of these circles make it a little bit messy sometimes. Here comes 170, guys, for TGE. $1.70. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding TGE. Andrew says, good call out. $300 profit from 38 to 60. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, like again, like it's one thing to the streams really do help, right? We can sit here and talk about stuff and talk about levels and talk about a whole bunch of stocks, right? So I understand why people get annoyed when we're not on stream. Anyways, good job, good job, good job, good job. 330. 135. Scuba, good jobs. I like it. Stay green though, please. Alrighty. Scuba, uh 330. Raven, I like it. So it looks like we're breaking above the it looks like we're breaking above that 200 EMA. 3, 2, 1, thrust. This is why consolidation is really good, guys. Like when you can look at a stock and say, oh, there's the bottom, right? It's nice. You can get a nice little scalp. Good job, Eddie. Well done. Yeah, so it looks like there's some profit taking going on right below 170. Good jobs. Are we tracking AMTD today? No, there's no need to. The only reason we track AMTD is when HKD moves, like on Friday, right? When HKD runs, then we look at AMTD. If not, there's never a reason to be looking at that stock. Never a reason. Let's see. Okay. Do you pay for TradingView? I have to. Right? I have to because I need a lot of the paid stuff. Right? I have to. You don't have to though, Ghost. Right? If you don't need alerts, if you don't need like multi chart view, if you don't need, to me honestly, like the free version is okay, unless you just want to do like the cheapest version is more than good enough, right? Also, Black Friday is coming up, right? There's gonna be some nice sales, right? Like 1 month for $1, some ridiculous things, right? Yeah. There's an order 90 to 100. Same can be said for stocks that go from 90 go to 90 cents, go to $1 the first test. After that, it's a gamble. Yep, I agree with that, Yogi. Yep, I agree with that. Yeah, TG is definitely looking like the better stock for now, isn't it? But we do need to get above a. I still think it's more of a scalp than anything else, though. And then MSPR just chilling here above the 200 EMA. But for now, these are the two stocks though that look really good. I mean, THR doesn't look bad, right? You can just see that supply zone there, right? 350 resistance, Raven. 350. FEMY. This is what I mean, right? Who was asking for this? Was it E? Someone was asking for this, right? So like we said, right? Risk reward for FEMY just not there, right? You know what's funny? We talked about risk reward. You know what's funny is guess what, right? we actually went right to that level right there and then started to drop back to the other level. So sometimes making 2 cents is not really worth it, right? 2 cents, not really worth the stress. THR does look good though, Raven. So just needs to clear that 350 there for you. 350. Yeah, Peter, you don't really need to do fantasy today. Wait till end of the week, you know. No changes. Your next level is $1.50, Barbara. Yeah, good job, E. That's why we're here, you know, help each other out. I usually just pay for 1 year on Black Friday. Yeah, yeah. I think mine expires in 2020 December 2026, so I have a lot of time still. But I'm probably gonna renew it again on Black Friday. There goes once. Here comes 170 again, guys. Looking good. Looking good. Can we break out though? Is the question. Yeah, we can. Yes, we can. Oh yeah, that's why it's not working. There we go. 174. 174. Erie, I'll try and do it for you. Let's see. $174. There you go. 178. I like it. I like it. I like it. There you go. 180 at the high there. You're good to go, by the way, Erie. So just refresh it and then you're good to go. Alrighty. No, 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 no. Yeah, so $1.80. That's a nice push. So a little bit of resistance at $1.80 for TGE. MSPR, look at that, right? One's going, MSPR is going to struggle, of course, right? Because they both seem to be inverse for now. I sold TGE and made a good profit. Now I want to get back in. What would you be looking for? I would be looking for potentially a retest closer to $1.60, right? So yeah, so I would definitely be sticking to A or B, Coleman, right? Especially when you've made money like that, you don't want to be deviating at all from the plan, right? Stick to the plan, alrighty. So when you've made money, you now have the luxury of saying, "Hey, at least I made something. I made some nice monies, right? Now I can be really patient, right?" So um, definitely would be patient with that, right? Because the A, look at the A, right? Beautiful, right? Coleman, beautiful, right? B, also beautiful, right? So you just need to wait for that to happen again. So MSAI, are you in MSAI? Let's go, Rob. Let's get to 200 likes, guys. Yeah, smash a like. 15 more people smash a like. 15 more people smash a like. Let's get to 200. Yeah, smash a like if you haven't already, guys. Please and thank you. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you are not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click that link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbound and come join us. Cool. Yeah, Raven, this one's still struggling without 350, right? So THAR 350 resistance. And then your next resistance for TG is $1.80, right? So yeah, see Coleman, now we're dropping back down, right? So you wait for the retest, you wait for the A, you wait for the B, nothing else, right? Now look at that. TG is dropping a little bit, guys. right? What's MSPR doing? MSPR is like, my turn. I want to go a little bit, please, pretty please, yeah, pretty please. A good boy. Yeah, see, it's bouncing a bit, right? Like they're just doing the opposite of each other now. Just doing the opposite. And Femi is doing exactly what we thought it would do, right? Slowly dipping back down. To me, though, TGE is coming back for the retest, like they always do, right? Break, retest, break, retest. Yeah. Yep. There you go. So retesting that last breakout, CURR is halted up. Yeah. CURR halted up. Nice recovery. After getting slapped. So look at that retest, guys, right? So breakout retest, right? Breakout retest, breakout retest. We do have a lot of earnings too this week, Dan. So I wonder how the markets will do. Probably keep pumping, huh? Pablo, let's go. You know what's crazy is Pablo's been a member forever, and I've never heard Pablo's voice. But but I spoke to Pablo. Was it last week, Pablo? Yeah, last week, and it was yeah, it was nice. Yeah, very nice. Yeah. Here comes our 180 test again. So nice retest of the bottom, and then it popped back up, right? So Coleman, that was nice, right? 180 is still your next resistance down. Yeah. Pablo, have you used your free hit? Use it, please. Use it. Is it a gamble? It's currently halted up. So, and you would kind of be buying this thing now, Aviv, after a whole bunch of green candles, right? I'm again not a fan of that. So even though it looks okay, most of it looks okay for the people that are in it right now. You know, what song is this? This is called Do This on My Own. Do This on My Own, instrumental. Uh, roasting content. Roasting, roasting, roasting. No, unbelievable. Uh, bench boost, free hit, or triple captain. Probably yeah, the bench boost. Huh, interesting. Have I used everything yet? I didn't think so. Yeah, I think I have the free. Yeah, just the free hit left. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I need to save. I need to save something for Pablo. But my team is so good though, so I don't really need the free hit. I'm gonna save the triple captain for Peter. Yeah. It's still halted, Carl. Still halted. CURR still halted. You can see CGE, right? TGE, that 180 is our resistance then. I know, right, Brosy? I know. Yeah. But then again, like this thing's still up 300%, right? So the money was there. It's like the volume is 700 million. So this thing has had a lot of monies come through it today. Um, but yeah, you have that support at 80 cents for MSPR. So hopefully it stays above 80 cents, right? I said 70 cents last time, but obviously, as you guys know, as time goes on, the 200 EMA will keep moving, right? So you kind of want to stay above 76 right now, right? If that thing doesn't hold 76, it might be done, right? That money might really rotate. Yep, right. So of course they are, right? TGE going down, MSPR is trying to go up again. So they just keep going back and forth. It's kind of fun initially, but then it gets annoying, you know. Fun and then it gets annoying. Let's go, Robs. Yes. Let's get to 300 likes now. MSPR is trying to pop there, right? Look at that. TG is going down, they're slapping it a little bit. MSPR is like, oh, oh, my turn. Oh, THAR is still looking for that 350 breakout. There it goes 86 cents. Is it gone? Yep, unhalted. And it's halted again. Mo. Yeah, CURR is halted again. That was quick. Hmm. That was quick. Shish. Halted, halted. Mm, mm, mm. Perfect. Mm, mm, mm. Yes. I'll email you a link. 85. Yeah, we need something to break out. We need something to break out. There goes 87. That's a good bounce though. Like this level's been really good, right? Really, really good. So would be nice if that thing could reclaim 90. Would be good. B land, are you in the chat? Let me know. You won this week, you did, but the other game's still coming up. Oh yeah, you won. I haven't fully. I will not accept until I fully win. Yep, sure, it does. Again, it's done a good job holding the bottom. Yeah, done a really good job. Like Rob said, 5 to 10% easy scalps, right? 5 to 10% easy scalps on this. Yup. And then THR, did you sell this thing, Raven? So that 350 double top there, a lot of resistance, a lot of it, a lot of it. So yep. Nada, hello, hello, hello. And then this one still halted. I'd be so annoyed. Yeah, so annoyed. I need a better striker this week. Are you gonna make any changes, Peter? Pablo? Any changes? Just a little position? Okay. Sounds good. Let's see if it stays about 320. $3.20. Good job. Let's see. Who do I have for one and ones today? Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Perfect. Yeah. No, Vegas was good. I think yeah. My yeah, Vegas was good. It was a lot of fun. So next time more of you guys need to come wherever we go. Next time more of you. Yeah, the company was amazing. Just nice to hang out, right? So it's one thing to always like chat online. It's another thing to put like faces to the names. And honestly, like the people are just as cool as they are in the chats. So that's it's nice when the online personalities match the in person personalities. So that was very good. Yeah. No, rubbish. So Peter brought this stupid mask, okay? He brought this stupid demon mask, right? So then I'm in the room, and Peter brings this stupid mask. It's a demon mask. Yeah, yeah. Pyro, especially Miami, and unbelievable. Watch for support closer to $1.50, Brozy. Alrighty. You see again, like now TG is going down. MSPR, look at MSPR, guys. It's going back up, right? So these two stupid stocks are both just going back and forth. Yeah. Look at that. Nice pop. Right? One goes down, the other one goes up. These stocks are silly. Anyways, again, like I said before, though, MSPR is not done, especially if it stays above that 200 EMA. This is a really nice run on CURR, though. That's a really good run. Alrighty. Just be mindful, though, you're not testing resistance, please. Alrighty. You're testing resistance right there. Alrighty. Perfect. So again, just be mindful there. So 440 to 450 is your resistance there. Um, So 440 to 450. It looks like it wants to push it, doesn't it? Again, MSPR, nice dips. If you bought the dips, yeah. Let's go, Robs. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know what's crazy is like a year is gonna come back so quickly. No, and then he recorded the them. Anyways, so Dan, yeah. This time I'm the victim, so there's not a whole story to that. The other time Peter was the victim, so I had to make sure the story was good. you know? Yeah. So TGE is dropping back to that 150, obviously, right? Look at TGE dropping down to that 150 test. So let's see what happens at $1.50 for support. And then MSPR is like, hey, it's my turn, guys. CURR is like, hey, let's go to the view app. So your next resistance, if we can close above 450, because it hasn't done that yet, right? It needs to close above that level, that white line you see. If it can do it, then we'll look for 480. Yeah. XRP. Okay. XRP. 92 pennies. Let's go. Let's go. 94, guys. Look at that pop. Type yes in the chat if you bought the dip on MSPR. Type yes if you bought the dip skis on that. I know you've been waiting, Shah. You've been waiting and praying, right? Here you go. You're green, right? Greenies. Let's go. 360. 94. Nice push. Yeah, right. So again, there was your bottom, the 200 EMA, the most beautifulest of the levels, right? Demands on 200 EMA higher low, consolidation, boom skis. Boom skis. So yeah, keep scalping it. In, out, in, out, in, out. And there goes it. Oof, oh my days. Speaking of in and out, my goodness, look at that drop, guys. Right back to that level again. Sheesh. Right. So like I said, this is a scalp. Like you have to scalp these names now scalpies. Right. The good thing is we came back down to the same bottom and still held the bottom. Right. So 80 cents back to 87. Right. So in and out. No diamond hands. Yep, exactly, Rob. Very important. Very, very important. Or just simply just taking gains, right? We have a bit of a problem on the left hand side. When we get back there on the right hand side, some profit taking, right? Let's go, Guyen. The food truck, love it. Yeah. What's my personal beef? I don't have a personal beef. No personal beef. MSAI. Um, it looks good, right? Looks good. There's just nothing crazy happening here, right? So it does look good though. Hopefully you're in it, Michael. Right? Again, you have resistance coming up at 210. So 205 to 210, that's going to be a resistance. Be careful. Now TGE is like, oh, you're dropping. Okay. TGE says, okay, 150 dip, right? So we talked about that retest of $1.50, right? And it's trying to bounce up $1.50, right? TGE is like, my turn, guys, my turn. Bring the monies over here, right? Isn't that silly? Right? Look at that. This one's dropping now. TGE says, yep, my turn. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Right? But again, $1.50 was that level, right? $1.50 was the retest level. So not sure how much of a bounce we get of $1.50. Honestly, you never know, guys. You really, really never know, right? You really never know. But for now, 150 to 163. So there it goes, right? One's dropping, one's getting slapped, and the other one's like, "Yup, bring the money back. Bring the monies back over here, please." Yeah, if you simply just rotated every time that happened, you would have made money today really nicely. If you bought off 150, type yes in the chat. If you bought TGE off 150, type yes in the chat. Is it halted again? Yeah, there goes 163. There you go, Yogi. Love it. Yeah, right. 10 cents, not bad, right? Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Let's go. Good. Is that membership paid for already? Membership paid. Too scared to put money again. That's okay. If you made your monies and you're done, that's fine. Yeah. So again, our next resistance will be like right there, that downtrend area. Why? Because you see, like right there, It's somewhat of a double top and a downtrend line test. So the closer we get to 165, that's going to be your real resistance there. See if we can break above it and stay above. There goes 165, guys. Right, so 165 is your real resistance. If we can break above it, might as well send it back to the top, go back to 170. But 165 is your resistance for now. So if you have to take 15 cents, there's nothing wrong with that. But I do hope we break out. Hope we get the boomskis. Oh, MSPR is like, okay, I'm gonna hold that level. Do I want to go again? We shall see. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, no, like MSAR has done okay. Like it's really like slow and steady, right? Slow and steady, slow and steady. Nothing crazy. We just looked at this thing at two. Yeah, like it's super slow, but it's moving in the right direction. So that's good. So if you're in this one, good jobs. Right? 210 is your pre-market, is your resistance, is your double top there. So actually, this level goes quite a ways back, doesn't it? So 210 resistance. CURR, guys, not really a big surprise, right? You can tell that this level is a problem. And guess what? The T-Rex showed up. The T-Rex said, hello, slap it. Right? TGE, we know there's resistance at 165 and it's kind of failing there for now. So that's not a surprise either. Right? So look at that. We're dropping again into the 150s, right? So sometimes you do a really good job, guys, of getting in at 150 and then you're like, you know what? I'm going to sell at 160 something, right? Right? Sometimes you do that, and then other times you're like, you know what? I think we're gonna break out eventually, so I'm just gonna move my stop loss up. Right? Look at that, nice pop. Right? So it's just a game of like you get it, you pick the right entry, and then you manage the position. That's it. Right? The point I'm trying to make is you never know. You really never know what's gonna happen. We can do the technicals and we can say, hey, we think this is gonna happen. Right? But you really never know. So your job is to find a good entry. Like 150 was a good spot, right? 150 stop loss. Whatever happens, happens. You might make 10 cents. You might make 50 cents. You might make $1. Who the hell knows? We don't care. We do care. But yeah, let's go, Aaron. 150 to 162. Good job. I like that. Good jobs. And hopefully we keep going. So 166, 167, 168. Where's the 170? If you could have opened it. Ah, rubbish. Rubbish, rubbish. Well, good thing the windows are not, you can't really open the windows. uh, did you see the stupid mask? Unbelievable, Dan. Unbelievable. Who does that? Mm, sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, so that 165-ish area is a bit of a problem still. Is MSPR still chilling there? Yeah. Can we just get a breakout, guys? Like, are we asking for too much? I don't think so, right? Like, shish, just give us a boomski. Can you imagine waking up to that, Peter? Oh my days. That's when you get a heart attack. Can you imagine waking up to that? Craziness. Food stamp. Trump says administration says it will partly fund food stamps. Partly. Hmm. Food stamps. Good job, Michael. Good job. Good jobs. Mm. uh, you can imagine? That's crazy, huh? Yeah. There we go. Look at that, guys. Look at that pop. Look at that pop. 173. Let's go. 174. Beautiful TGE. Beautiful. That's a really nice pop. The high of the day is still 180, so we still need to break above 180. But this has been good, guys, right? So this is why we often tell you, like, hey, stop rushing to buy at the top, right? Like right there, you're like, oh, I want to get in. I want to get in. I want to get in now. Please, please, please. Right? Whereas if you simply just waited for a dip, like if you waited for a dip, guess what? Nice entry, right? So every good stock is going to give you a chance to get in. Every good stock is going to give you that opportunity. Every good stock is going to give you that chance, right? So it's very rare that we see a stock that just goes from zero to the moon, you know? Sometimes it happens. Yeah. Michael, come join us in Discord. Come join us. 174, 175. So we're 5 cents from that high. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding TGE. Love it, CM. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding TGE. There you go. So 180 resistance there. Alrighty. I like it. Tiffany, well done. Rich, good job. Barbara, good job. I like how some of the new members, yeah, I like it. The gold candle usually indicates that there might be a potential reversal coming at that, like at that top or soon. But again, we've explained that that's not the end of the story, right? So just because you see the golden candle doesn't mean you sell it, right? You need confirmation, just like anything else, right? So the golden candle, again, if you look right there, the golden candle indicates that the direction we're currently going in, right, we're gonna reverse up at some point when it's down. And then same thing when you get a golden candle on the way up, right, it indicates that at some point we're gonna get a dip on the way, so but you need that confirmation, right? So if you're not sure, watch the Boba Algo explain video. It is a double top, yeah. So 180 is resistance, right? So we know that already. So Yogi got in at 150, took profits at 179. Is that a good scalp? That's an excellent scalp. Excellent scalp. An excellent scalp. Uh yeah, exactly, Pyro. Exactly. I will say that the food in Vegas was amazing. Amazing. You guys have better food than Canada does. Not never been a question. The first time we went, the pancakes were amazing, right? So we had some pretty fancy food, really, really good food, like excellent food, right? But would I still eat, like, if you're like, hey, you want a bowl of like rice and beans, you know, I I still I'm trying to say that I would almost, anyways. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say, like, it's just, like I would still like normal food is still, yeah. Anyways, you can see that 180. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So if you took those profits like Yogi, right? Again, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes, right? So when you see resistance, you consider taking those monies, right? Beautiful. I, I like that scalp, Chris. Yep, I like that scalp. That was a very good scalp. I don't think the stock is done yet, but that was a very good scalp. Yeah, you need to get up more often. Ah, expensive but so dang good. Yeah, yeah, from the village. Yes, SB, you're not wrong. uh, flyer. Yeah, C flyer. Yeah, I think some of that has to do with the way you grow up and yeah, yeah. It really is pyro. This has been a good scalper. So maybe a retest of that 165 ish and then a push again for 180. It kind of looks like it's halted, but it's not halted, right? Like it's just stuck there for some reason. That's really weird what it's doing there. Do I think MSPR is done? No. If MSPR breaks below 80 cents and closes below 80 cents, you might be done though. Alrighty? Yeah. Yep. We left the village, but the village is still in. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So like I tried some stuff that like I've never had, which was amazing. Like I never had calamari. That stuff was good. Calamari was good. Yeah. Premium food. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Luna, that was good. Yeah. Uh. Oh yeah, Aviv. Yeah. Raj, can I explain the golden candle again? No, because you don't even have it, right? You're not a member. It doesn't help you in any way. La 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 la. Chris. uh, no, village life. That's what that is. What's the next entry? Watch what happens closer to $1.65. Tommy. Yep. Oh, you mean it's fire? I don't know. Like I just fire. I'd never had that stuff. Yeah. Again, keep in mind, like I lived half of my life like in the not in North America, right? So we had mangoes and avocado and bread and cookies. Well, I actually no, not even cookies and rice and beans and chicken. So and plantains. Yeah. So a lot of this stuff is just a lot of this stuff is yeah, and fish. But nada, Cameroon, some eggs, SB. So TG is really not consolidating yet, though, right, Tommy? So you need that consolidation. You need that consolidation. So again, maybe closer to $1.60, right? And then we'll go from there. MSPR guys is looking a bit suspicious there. So maybe that thing wants to be done for the day. Maybe. Maybe. MSPR hit that 210 resistance, right? So again, Michael, that resistance was obvious though, right? So 210, right? Slapped it back to testing $1.95. So let's see if we can stay above $1.60 here for TGE. Aviv, yes, it is. The difference, Albert, is if you're on YouTube, yeah, we get to like we will help you as much as possible, right? But in Discord, right? So for example, again, MSPR was posted in Discord at 20 cents, right? And then it ran to $1.10, right? So a lot of the names we play with on stream, By the time we get on stream, you've missed the initial alerts, right? You missed the breaking news. You missed the members talking about it, right? You missed the educational section, like, hey, how do I set a stop loss? How do I play breakouts? How do I do this, right? There are a lot of classes in Discord, a lot of educational videos. So you're missing out on so much, right? So much. Thomas, what's your position in POFCY? Yeah. Yeah, MSPR is trying to stay above that 200 EMA, so it better try and stay above. If not, it might just be yeah, they might slap it down and then maybe bounce back at the end of the day or something. Ready? Yeah. So yeah, if you do want to join us in Discord, though, click this link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbots. Make sure you sign up for the right level. Alrighty, the legend or above, not any level that says sold out, please. Yeah, 5 cents. You got in at 5 cents. POFCY. That already sounds like a problem, doesn't it? POFCY. Oh, Lord have mercy. It's an OTC stock. You got in at 5 cents and it went from like it's up 1,000% in the OTC. Damn. Okay. This is different. Like OTC penny stocks are different, right? Because they've already gone to the abyss and maybe something good happens there. When a stock is at 5 cents in the real market, usually not a problem. Usually not a good thing because a split is coming. Anyways, congratulations, right? What would you like to know? It looks really good. It looks really good. So if you're in at 5 cents, like depending on why the stock is running, if it's really good news, even if it is really good news, start taking your monies, right? Start taking your monies on the way up. Alrighty. Yeah, that looks impressive. So TG is retesting that dollar 60-ish area and bouncing, trying to. Yeah, that looks crazy, huh? Hard to exit? Yeah. So yeah, OTC stuff. Not for me. What's going on with BQ? I don't know. That thing is on crack, so who knows? That thing is on drugs, is what's going on there. That's what's happening. There we go. BQ's halted news pending. Oh, I missed that. What are they gonna do now? Yeah, I don't know. See, a little bit of consolidation, guys, right, for TGE, and then a bit of a bounce. So we basically came back to retest that breakout spot. Came back for the retest. Peter, yes, of course. Can you take a look? What's your position? Again, if you have a question, guys, always let me know what the position is or what you're looking for, and then please, already. That was a good bottom, actually. This was a Raven type bottom feed play. This would have been good for you, Raven. Yeah, dip consolidation off the bottom there. That would have been perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I just wanted to look at the daily really quickly then. Yeah, so your next resistance is 18 cents though. You sold at 16.20. You just bought, okay, and then you sold. Oh, okay, never mind then. So yeah, this is why I always ask for the entries. We'll continue up. 15 shares, 19, 195, 199.5. Hmm. Mm-hmm. MSAI. I don't like I don't like your entry, but your entry is not like it's not horrible. Do I think it's going to continue up? Do you have a stop loss in there? I think stay above $1.90. Yeah, I would want to stay above $1.90 there. So yeah. Any juice left? Looks like they're squeezing the juice out. Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to give it a bit more room, you could look at this level right there. You see this level, the pivot on the left hand side? Yeah, look at that, right? So they just slapped it down, right? So ignore that, right? So definitely doesn't look like but we did say this though, like closing below that 200 EMA, closing below 80 cents was a big red flag, right? Once you do that, right? Your next support is 70 cents still though. If you go below 70 cents and you close below 70 cents, done. Alrighty, so 70 cents would be your last line in the sand there. Let's go, Granda. Love it. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the community already. So again, watch 70 cents there, guys. Already for your next support. It's quite the candle, huh? Just grabbed lunch and now came back. Lunchtime. Yeah, we're gonna hop off in like 7 minutes or so, guys. Already, and then go back to Discord so I can go do some one-on-ones. I'm gonna need to go to bed early today. Early bedtime. All the Vegas smoke, and the car exhausts, car tires, and lack of sleep. Did we break below? Yeah. So a bit of a bounce and then back down. So watch $1.50, Mo. And then hopefully something else shows up that's a bit straightforward though, because today's been a more of a scalp day. You're so soft. Jan, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Says the guy that was supposed to come. Unbelievable. Did you get run over? No. Yeah, those yeah. And then we were in the damn drift car, There's a drift car. That dude is amazing. That dude makes your head spin. I haven't downloaded the video yet to show you guys. Peter has the video though, but yeah, that dude was crazy. I'm glad we didn't do the drift thing first. Otherwise, I would have thrown up. Unbelievable. And then here's Josh, right? Josh is like, give them extra sauce. And then the dude is spinning the damn car around, I'm like, relax. Relax. I don't know. That thing is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Anyways, TG is still holding 150, so hopefully it stays above $1.50. And then MSPR, the view up at 70 cents, that level is going to be really important. I'm not sure what the news is on BQ. I'm sure once we're in Discord, Thomas, the news will show up. For now, it just seems like it's halted. He was drifting with one hand. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Like he was on the couch. That he's impressive. Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you guys that video tomorrow. And Rob was sitting in the back. Rob was sitting in the back, like like he was sitting in the casino. Rob had his head down. Rob was questioning his life. He's like, I have kids at home. My wife is waiting for me. I have to go see my mom. They almost finished me at the casino. These are the thoughts that were going through Rob's head. It's funnier when you watch the video. I'll show you guys the video. Ah, he was dead. He was. He was. Uh, I thought he was gonna throw up. Ah, unbelievable. Ah, there goes TGE with another bounce. So clearly, this is the one for now, right? TGE. Oh my goodness. Ah. By the way, BQ announces a 4.2 million registered direct offering. BQ is not a good thing. BQ. See, like BQ is such a trash stock. Today, especially. Before, maybe not so much. BQ is about to be destroyed. When BQ opens, you're gonna see this candle. That's what's gonna happen. So hopefully no one's in this damn thing. 4.2 million offering, direct offering for BQ. Yeah. So like I said, like BQ just yeah. Garbage. Dan, yeah. Is it possible they decided to delist? No, no delisting. They're gonna do an offering instead. 4.2 million. So that thing is about to get slapped when it opens, whenever that is. Yeah, look at MSPR, right? So MSPR, especially below that 200 EMA, guys, right? It's a problem. So hopefully no one's still again like no one should be holding this position for a big loss. Not a single person, right? From 20 cents, that thing was at $1 for a long time, guys. A long time, right? Long time, right? You had all the time to sell. Even if you bought at the bottom at support, like when we came back down, you still had time to sell, right? So I don't really see any nothing horrible about MSPR. Nothing horrible. Anyways, guys, let me know if you have any last questions, and then we're gonna hop off and go back to Discord and continue there. Easy Go is looking good though. Ready for those of you guys playing with this? Easy Go, right? So this one's looking good. Nice pop. Yeah, it's a nice breakout, isn't it? Yeah. So that looks good. Yeah. So again, let me know if you have any last questions. Your next resistance for Easy Go, obviously right there, right? So smash a like as well if you haven't already. I would appreciate that. Alrighty, hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord as we hop off, um, click the link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbot and come join us. Alrighty, because you're gonna miss out on the next play tomorrow morning again. Pizza, that thing is such an annoying stock. What's Bull doing? Yeah, like how is it red? Every day it's red. This is a not a bad spot though. Like close to $10. Not a bad spot. In neutral, seriously, Dan. Seriously. Seriously. Do we need to buy the dip again? Add another contract? Unbelievable. Yeah, so your next resistance for easy goes is that view up there. MSAI, hopefully you took your profits in that thing, Michael. Hopefully you did. Yeah, mine are in reverse. Reverse. I think bull will eventually run. The question is when, right? Question is when. Because we don't need it to run in 2 years. We need it to run at at the end at like next month. You know, I know, Dan. I know. I know. I thought that thing was about to fly too. You know, but now we have time. 2027 is my bull calls, right? So this time, yeah. So hopefully they do something good. Again, it's not like the companies are making money. It's not like the product isn't good, right? So the price action though is rubbish. You up 6%, Dan? Oh, see, good job. Yeah, like the price action is rubbish, but everybody likes Webull, and they actually do make monies. They need to do better though in terms of like marketing and bringing out new stuff, and lack of like they need to stop selling like you know selling shares, because that's probably why that thing has been so stupid. Yeah, exactly. Scuba, right? Great platform, trash stock, absolute garbage of a stock is what that is. Garbage. Hopefully someday though. Hopefully someday it can pick up. Hopefully someday. Hopefully someday. Mm, good charting and interface. Stock is poop. Exactly, Dan. See, in that's a good thing, you know. Um, that's a good thing. At least they're not. Yeah, at least they're both not garbage, you know. Because then we would have a problem. I mean, Robinhood platform was trash, but the stock was amazing. This is why we always say like a stock is not the stock. You know, a stock is not the company. You know, because yup. Uh, hmm. Okay. Yeah, Easy Go still looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, so congrats if you're in this one. And when they unhaul that BQ stock, that thing will be intact. Intact. Yeah, Easy Go says nope. 20 is too much resistance. Your question is virus. Dang virus, you missed all the Vegas stories. You missed them, virus. Missed them. You missed Peter getting molested in Vegas. Abused. He abused him. You would have been very proud of it. Uh, let's go, virus. Let's see. I wanna add another bowl call. For this I blame virus. No, not the video. The something else. See, I might need to. There we go. Okay. What are my thoughts on DTCK? I'll take a look. DTCK again. What's your position in that? Is it still good? Um, Again, Tommy, you always have to look for that. Like, so we're sitting at $1.50, which is that support we wanted to look at, right? Um, without anyone on the road, yeah. Peter, like you have to go early and then go out first, you know? Yeah. Because if you did that initially, there weren't very many people. So yeah, Tommy, watch that 150 for consolidation. Yeah. Alrighty. Good job. Yeah. MSPR. Yeah. Okay. Let me I have the video. No, not a video. Peter, you're in trouble now. I'll just send you guys one picture, you know? One picture of what happened to Peter in Vegas. Just one. Um, if you want to see the picture, send me a DM. I'll send it to you. Yeah, I just added just another contract, Virus, just another one. And then we'll see if that thing can stay above 10 or go below to 950, you know? And then we'll go from there. uh, yeah, there we go. Peter says, oh, was right. No, I think again the best part about the trip was just hanging out with the boys. You know, that was good. Yeah, that's all. That's all. You know, connections and things like these. These are all, that's all life is about. You know, making friends and family and you know stuff like that. So that was amazing. uh, see what I mean, Dan? Yeah, he's gonna need. Ah, at least sell it for super chats. Well, I need my stolen money back. That's true. Peter got robbed for $100. Robbed. Yep. MBRX. Yeah. Yeah. DTCK. Right. That was the question. Hmm. So clearly we had resistance at 260. Clearly, you did, Peter. You did. They stole your monies. The volume in this isn't overly impressive. Are you in DTCK? Let me know. Was it Tommy asking or somebody else? I think this was somebody else. Yeah, let me know if you're in this stock. Andrew? Yeah. Ah. Ah. You're thinking of a swing? Okay, let me look at a bigger time frame then. I don't know where they came from, Dan. Yeah. But yeah, so in terms of you look at this though, right? Let's talk TV, right? That 260 is a big level, it looks like. Yeah, that level seems like it's a problem. Not sure why those are you in a position though, thinking of a swing play, like a brand new position to get in? I wouldn't be looking for a swing play here until we broke above 260 or we come back closer to $2. Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah. Yeah. You know what's crazy is you see those two women in the back. Peter was getting laughed at by more than us. I just saw that now. There were some other people in the back. That lady was dying. That lady was dying. Oh my days. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Ah. Is it a buy? TGE. Yeah, so this is why we say wait for consolidation, right, Tommy? You see what we're looking at, right? So, um, I almost want to say yes, but then that would also be below the 200 EMA, Darren. So, I honestly don't mind. So between 140 and 135, I don't mind, right? So yeah, so 140 to 135, I don't mind, but you have to have a really tight stop loss, though, please. Alrighty. So that little 5 cent range isn't bad. Just make sure you have a stop loss. Dan? Yeah, exactly, Peter. They did, Dan. They did. They did. Carl says, "Is that a buy?" Easy Go has been really good, actually. Uh, is CURR a buy? Uh, for now, no. Carl, no. How can I configure the it's an indicator that you buy in Discord. Easy Go does look good though, doesn't it? If you're in this one, good job. Good jobs, good jobs. Anyways, again, guys, let me know if you have any last questions, and then we're gonna hop off and go back to Discord. Alrighty, let me know. And then if we have a one-on-one, just give me yeah, 10 minutes, and then I'll be ready. I need some water, and then I'll be ready. Yeah, 2270. Okay. I wanted to punch them, but how do you punch a baby woman? Yup. Yup. Peter? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Emma, just give me 15 minutes and then I'll be ready. Alrighty. Yeah. So Barbara, yeah. Hopefully you took your gains though. Hopefully you took your profits on the way up. For now, the next base is, yeah, so watch below that 140. Yeah. I need to bleach my eyes. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll show you guys the picture tomorrow. Alrighty. You only get 3 minutes. Fine. But yeah, so I'll show you guys the picture tomorrow. And then we can keep roasting Peter. Peter will never see the end of this. You know? Peter wants to sell that picture for a super chat. So yeah, do tomorrow. Then I'll show you. Yeah, alrighty. We're gonna leave it here for the day. Again, don't forget, no, you won't. um, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. Again, hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're not a member yet and you do want to join us in Discord, click that link at the bottom there from Nightbot and become a legend member or above and come join us already. If you do become a member, there's an invite link to Discord in the community section, or just send me an email, hottradesx@gmail. Alrighty? Cool. Again, happy Monday all. Hopefully tomorrow we have a more consistent runner, because today was a bit of a back and forth, which is fine, but still, some monies was made, but still. Sounds good, Scuba. Bye for now. Cookies time? Yeah. And then one-on-ones. Cool. Much love, everybody. Again, be safe. We're going to continue in stock general, so let's make some monies. And bye, guys. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Oh, wow, you did? Penhose? Well done. Congratulations. That's nice. Good job. Sometimes you can make money the OTC, Yeah. See you, CM. Andrew, bye. Bye, guys.